All right, guys. Hello, 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 first of all. And thank you for those of you who are here and hanging out. I see we got Seru, we've got Tread Albert, we've got Boo Boo, Lucy, Lakaylee, we've got Kevin, we've got one of my bots. Not my bot, but one of the bots that hangs out here on a regular basis. You fucking freeloader, drop a follow. And then we've got Candace on mod duty. So, yeah, we are doing session number 10 tonight as far as the Sunless Citadel is concerned. This is officially, at the end of tonight, will be 30 hours invested in this module, which I can honestly say is the longest I've ever seen invested in the module. But I think the character development so far and the interaction between PCs and NPCs has been, I mean, nothing short of wonderful, and I honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Each session we seem to get through a handful of rooms, plus at least one, if not two or three, really meaningful role plays. And it's been the perfect balance. Knock on fucking wood, everything has just gone great. Aside from the very almost close to couple of TPKs that have existed. But hey Seru, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, I appreciate you all being here. You guys know how we operate if you've been here and seen this before. If not, if you're new, I will not be paying attention to chat. I'm about to close my Streamlabs windows so that I can give my players the attention they deserve while we play. And yeah, we'll be playing for the next 3 hours or so. We're missing Kat right now. She's just a little bit far out as far as work is concerned. She got a little bit delayed, so she'll be joining us here in the next probably 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to do a really quick recap, and then I'm going to take questions from the group before we begin. So thank you guys for being here, and we will see you very soon. Oh, almost forgot to click on Streamlabs. There we go. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, really quickly as far as recap, last session we had you guys had just left off outside of Balsog's chamber. You moved north through the little tunnel system that led north and then to the west, and you all felt a kind of a strange wind blowing until you eventually found what was discovered to be some sort of portal, possibly to the Underdark, that was being protected by a large force field. Obviously, you guys, in your highest degree of wisdom, decided no fucking thank you and stepped away from that. But you did discover it, and you do know that it's there. You then moved down to the composting site, where you found another door and decided that in lieu of opening the door, Ree was going to jump kick it. And Ree jump kicked it right off the fucking hinges as it collapsed in half on the ground. As Ree stood up, she managed to catch eyes with a goblin, strange goblin, a goblin that was a little bit more feral looking compared to most goblins, who was growing these nasty woody fruit like tumors out of its body in all different places, and she caught it unfortunately mid-piss against one of the columns. It began to scream for help, and combat very quickly ensued after that. It was a little hairy for a minute or two, but you guys managed to overwhelm the majority of the goblins in the main chamber before an ambush team supposedly or apparently came around from behind you and almost murdered your huntress. Thankfully, you guys managed to hold off the bleeding. She did not perish that time. At that time, I should say, because who knows what today could hold. And yeah, you guys pushed on. You moved down into the southern corridor where the ambush group came from, and you realized that there was a large rift in the ground where the citadel had existed in a natural form. There was a large jut in the earth, almost like an earthquake or some sort of disturbance tore the citadel down and to the southwest. As you began to look around and investigate in this area, you realized that there were tiny holes in the ground with soil that was kind of built up around them, and these holes appeared every couple inches and were about 2 inches in diameter the entire length of this corridor. After some investigating, you guys had kind of figured out that there's potentially, more than likely, some sort of creature or somebody was using some sort of instrument in order to dig these holes, and that's pretty much where we had left off. That is where you guys had gotten up until this point. So, really quickly, as far as our experience was concerned, so your guys' goblin fight, which was pretty massive, earned everybody 110 experience points. Your roleplay earned everybody an additional 50, and the interaction with the portal and the roleplay based around that portal earned an additional 50. So that puts everybody at the end of session 9 at 1,291 experience points. Just for reference, getting to level 4 does take 2,700. And just so you guys know too, it might seem like you're leveling a little bit slower. Just so we're all clear, having 5 players in a party means that there is a lowered XP gain because you do now have a much more powerful party, and the way the algorithm works, it lowers that hit point base. So, not to say we don't want Meepo here, by the way. I just want you to understand that in doing so, there is typically just a slight reduction in the amount of XP that happens. Holy shit, Kat, that was fast. Did you teleport? Did you Misty Step the last 30 feet home? Okay.
I was not going to be late.
You're fine. I appreciate your diligence.
Sorry, what was that number again?
So it was 1,291.
I see what I did. I put it in the wrong box there. I added 1,291 hit points to myself, not.
Oh god damn, that would be a very powerful barbarian. I would not want to fight you.
Right.
There's ancient dragons with less hit points than that. Fuck.
Speaking of dragons, we're sponsored by Dragon's Den and their new mugs of all 12 classes.
Yeah, so take a look at that. So Boo Boo actually bought one of the mugs that I designed, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. They look pretty fucking sharp. So Boo Boo, thank you for being a supporter.
Thank you for being a friend.
It's definitely not like Kevin level art, but it's simple graphic design. So I'll
it looks good, man. It looks really good.
Thanks. Okay, so with that being said, as we begin the session, does anybody have any questions for me? Okay, perfect. Actually, you know what? Oh, sorry. No, please go ahead, Kat.
Yep, I'm going to ask my usual that I do at the start of every session and figure out who's still pretty hurt looking.
Sure, so go ahead and give me a quick medicine check.
Oh god, I don't even have that open yet.
Do you have a mouse, like an actual mouse that you're using?
At the puppy.
That is somebody squeaking. Somebody got a chew toy.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Lady brought me her toy because I came home and didn't immediately give her attention because I was trying to get to my laptop.
Because Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry, dog.
Sorry, waiting for it to load.
No, you're fine. Candace, do I sound okay on stream? Can you hear me?
You do sound
I
okay.
do. And everybody sounds fine. Okay. Okay, yeah, 15, no problem. So the 15 will tell you this. Doc is unscathed. Meepo is unscathed. Beaufort and Ree look relatively the same. They have still got some open cuts on them and some bruising in a few spots, but it's just pretty much superficial. You look down at yourself, and looking at the rest of the group, you internally realize that you are way fucking worse off than anybody else. Not by much. I mean, you're still okay. Like, being above half means you're not at what I would call a quote-unquote bloodied stage yet. Bloodied is when you're at, like, a half or lower hit points, and it's when your body's really starting to take a beating. You're starting to, actually visibly bleed out, so...
Yeah, because I did the healing last time, so...
Correct.
It's the only reason I'm not that bad.
Okay, and make sure everybody is just I know another reminder, make sure everybody's keeping track of spell slots they're using, ammunition you're using, food and supplies, scrolls, things like that are being consumed. Okay, on that note, I just have one quick point, and this is not to anybody in particular, but this is just as a flavor reference. If your character is going to take an action, and you have a particular idea about how you want that action to unfold, instead of just telling me you would like to do X, Y, and Z, tell me exactly how you want something to unfold before we determine how that roll is going to happen. Just so that way I don't, A, misinterpret anything as far as character intention and start to go into a dialogue or descriptive on either a success or failure. And B, so that we don't waste time. So if I do say something and it's disagreeable as far as the player's concerned, we don't have to go back and then correct it. Just moving forward, if you guys wouldn't mind, it doesn't have to be elaborate, or if you don't give a shit, that's fine. I'll just keep doing, what I'm doing, but just for all of us so that I'm not stepping on your toes, because trust me, I understand the creative process with a character and character development, that is all you guys. I'm just here to react, so. Okay, on that note, let us begin. So you guys have just started, you guys have just finished, investigating these small holes in the ground. Nobody was really entirely sure what the hell they were or why they were here, but this place has stood out to you comparatively to the rest of the Citadel that you've been in so far because of this large disturbance in the earth. So, you had just taken a peek down this hallway. You didn't see anything. It went dark again. It did pick back up into the stone hallway, the stone corridor, and it is dark. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary.
I guess we should continue, but let's try and go quietly.
I think I might stay here then.
Oh, you're moving slow too, aren't you?
No, I just have really loud armor.
Oh, you think we should just kind of sneak up in there and then report back on the scenario? I can give it a peek.
Yeah.
I can be stealthy.
Over's gonna shake his armor just a little bit. Chink, 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 chink.
All right, I'll give a stealth. I'm gonna go try to be stealthy.
I'll give her guidance.
Okay.
I'll hang back for a minute and let the cat person.
And I'm going to
He's
take
scouting.
several steps back to make sure I'm not in line of danger, as I usually move the normal stuff.
Every time I roll stealth, I roll like shit.
A 17 is not shit.
I know,
got
but I
you,
rolled
Doc.
a 7.
Oh, well, whatever. We're not worried about what you rolled. We're worried about what you finish with.
Right.
I got you, Doc.
Okay, so Doc, where are you going?
I'm gonna sneak ahead. I'm gonna be listening carefully as I go. If I hear anything coming toward me, or if it sounds like I'm approaching people, I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
Can I just guard ready for a hostility from behind?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you said you're just gonna be guarding for hostility from behind? Is that what you said?
Yep. Bow ready. Shoot anything that seems hostile coming from back behind us.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were going down this long cut hall. We were going down the.
Yeah, if this is where we're going, that's totally fine.
Well, we're in the long area.
All right, where are you guys going? Sorry, I think there's a little bit of confusion. Which
Going
hallway are we
south.
going down? Okay, you're going down this corridor down here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so, yep, Doc, you get there. Let me do a little bit of reveal here.
Do you want me to do a perception check or anything since I was listening?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. You begin to move down the corridor, and you see no signs of anything that is trapped. Nothing looks tricky. This chunk of the corridor looks very, very untouched. Meaning, as you look down, even with your dark vision and stare at the ground, it is so heavy with dust and dirt that you think you would be able to see without any issue whatsoever if there was any sort of footprints or foot tracks here, and there is not a single one. You are making the only imprints here.
Okay. I'll come back and I'll I don't think there's anything down here. I don't see any trace of anything. There's a door, but I don't see any trace of anyone having come down here. I laughed because I almost turned around and said cobwebs.
Yeah, so there was a door there, but you didn't go to the door, right?
No, I did not.
Okay. Yeah, so as you like kind of peek around that one hallway, you can tell that it does end. You can see like the edge of what is, you know, a hallway, and you can see that there is obviously some sort of stone door there, but you're not sure what it was.
Do we want to try
Alright,
going
so
down the other
maybe
hall?
yeah, maybe we'll just double back on this spot and then yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so now you're heading down there. Go ahead, Doc, and give me that stealth roll again.
And that's a 15.
Okay, 15. Give me a sec. Okay. So, yeah. So you begin to progress down the hallway. Let me just take care of this real quick here.
Again, I'm listening, and my intention is to stop if I hear anything coming toward me, or if I feel like if it sounds like I'm approaching.
Okay. So as you partially round the corner, you begin to hang on. What's your passive perception? Yeah, it's a 14. Okay. So you begin to smell the scent of sulfur, and it's heavy. Heavy. Like as soon as you get to the point where you're at, like literally right there, it just hits you. Almost like you walked into a wall of it. With that being said, from further down the hall, right here, and then you can see a very slight light emanating from in this room, literally like an actual active light. And then from this little spot over here, there's a series of holes that are casting very, very minor candle flicker level shadows underneath them in kind of a semicircular pattern. Meaning that there's actually light coming from up and underneath them. But it's very, very, very faint.
Okay, I'm gonna come back and report that. Okay. I'm not I didn't hear anything. It smells like sulfur, though. Really strong up there. And I saw tiny flickers of light. There's some more of those holes up there, and then it looks like there might even be a campfire or a torch or something to the left up there.
Is sulfur like that fart smell?
Yeah, it smells like rotten eggs.
It smells like okay, rotten fire. Yeah, rotten egg.
Yeah,
farts.
we've hold on. You said sulfur. Okay. It could be did you see anything? Was it red? Like magma in the rocks or anything? Or no?
I didn't see. I didn't look for it, but I imagine that if that was the case, that would have been a little more noticeable. I just saw it looked like a torch, like a flame, like light from a flame, and maybe lights from candles. I don't know if they're underground. I don't know.
All right. Maybe I'll just peek my head around the corner and take a look. See what we got over there.
Yes, your head is stronger than mine.
Yeah, that's true. I got a big thick skull. Yeah. So Ree will like to peek around the corner if she can.
Yeah, absolutely. So repeat.
Stealthily.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Do you want me to redo my stealth?
No.
Okay. If you roll higher than me, I quit. Oh, come on.
That's not bad. So, yeah, you peek your head around the corner, and right here, there is, in this area, there are 4 larger holes in the ground. Instead of about 2-inch diameter, they look to be probably closer to 4 or 5-inch diameter. And there is soil actively being kicked up and out of each of those respective holes in this little 10 by 10 area here. Within those holes, there is actual light emanating in a semicircular pattern, and it jumps from hole to hole with a little bit of this material, earth, being kicked out, almost like what Ree might see a gopher or prairie dog doing when they're digging a den. And yes, it smells very heavily of... So, okay, actually, give me Kevin, give me an Arcana check, but give it to me with advantage.
Ooh. Okay.
Booyah knowledge, baby.
With advantage?
Yes. Not great.
A 3 and a 3.
The smell here is very familiar to you, and you just can't wrap your mind around why it smells so familiar. And like every time your memory tries to go back to it, it's like part of your brain is trying to block it out, and you just hear like the sounds of goblins screaming, and then it just kind of fades away.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That was me using his background against him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Light in the corridor.
Yeah, so re-roll back up a little bit, and she'll relay what she saw to Doc. It's like I don't know exactly what I'm seeing in there, but it looks like something's digging holes, maybe.
Would I be able to try to think on? I mean, there's no reason Doc would know anything about what would be underground that way, is there?
Make a nature check for me.
Nope.
It's tough. I mean, you think about, and you've been underground before with where you have lived, and you have dealt with burrowing mammals a lot, and you're just not sure, short of somebody having like a candle or a torch and trying to dig a hole, you have no fucking idea.
Oh, I wonder if it's a family of badgers.
Just remember, take candle.
What the fuck would badgers be doing down here?
What the fuck are we doing down here?
That's a good point. We're looking for a tree, underground tree, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. We should definitely proceed with caution. Let's fill everybody else in.
Yeah, okay.
Badgers are guarding the tree.
When we get filled in, does that sound familiar to me and my knowledge of
Or
critter
me,
things?
since
Depends on how they
Mine.
fill you in, but I won't jump the gun on that yet.
Yeah, so there's this
Family
like
of
fiery
badgers.
hole, or maybe a family of badgers. I don't know what the fuck badgers are doing down.
what do you mean
underground.
badgers? What do you mean?
There's something burrowing, but we don't know what. And there's light with it.
Yeah, somebody may have lit a badger on fire and threw it down in a hole.
Oh.
Maybe it's crashing in there.
That might be what it is.
So
Yeah, that's
there's
probably what it
burrowing
It
is.
all
with
makes
light.
sense now.
You know this
Yeah.
is stone, right?
Maybe they're very strong badgers.
Have you ever
Yeah,
seen
I'm
badger
just-
claws?
I'm just gonna go and look.
She, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Uh,
Sorry, go ahead, Lucy.
From what they're telling me, would I know because I lived up just above? Would I know anything about the smell of sulfur or burrowing animals in here?
The only time that Meepo ever experienced the smell of sulfur is when Yzdriel would shoot these cones of fire from her hands, and it was usually she never hurt anybody with them, but she would use them as a show of force. But usually, if she was doing that to scare somebody, it would come with this wave of sulfur.
Okay.
Or after a particularly bad chili mac night.
What are chilies?
Okay, nature 21. So you kind of pop your head around the corner and you start to kind of glance around, and the heat that emanates from this hole, the light, is very reminiscent of something that is naturally giving off the light source itself. And then something dawns on you. You reach down, you scoop up a little bit of the soil around one of the holes, and you kind of mix it around in your hand. You spit on it a little bit just to get a little bit more of the smell. And then you realize this isn't a fucking badger. This is called a Thokwa. This is a creature that exists on the plane of fire, and it is technically the first stage of a salamander when it hatches from its egg, also referred to as a fire snake. It makes no sense to you whatsoever why the fuck this thing is here, as you haven't seen any portals to the plane of fire lying around, but something has brought this thing here from another plane of existence, and this is what they do. They burrow and they eat raw, natural stone in a hunt for gems, because they're mineral heavy. They eat it, they consume it. And the only reason why you know what these are is because you guys had shamans in the place where you were from. I don't know if you've ever actually said it, but anyways, where you're from, you guys had shamans who would not necessarily open portals to let these types of creatures through, but they would conjure them into existence to fight for them before, and it was only typically temporary before they would get snuffed out.
Then as I like crouch and explore the soil a little bit, I'm going to do my usual low little whistle to get her attention.
She found the badgers.
Give me a history check, Kat.
Not my strong suit.
Okay. Yeah, you are well aware that these things are that they are from the elemental plane of fire, and it was said that these creatures in their full adult stage were very easily enslaved creatures. That's all I'll give you.
Sorry,
Did you find something?
I'm gonna kind of stay crouched. She's in work mode a little bit.
I'll
And
imitate.
she's gonna say, Silkwa.
Bless you.
What the fuck was that? That was the weirdest sneeze I've ever heard in my life.
Well, what now?
They're from
Silkwa to you. Oh, I
They're
thought you were
from-
swearing at me.
they're from the plane of fire. They're fire snakes, baby fire snakes, salamanders. They typically, I don't know what they'd be doing here, but they like to burrow and eat stone and gems, and
That's more likely than badgers?
Doc, you notice out of the corner of your eye that little candlelight that you saw down in this end of the corridor has stopped circling and is very slowly beginning to make its way in your guys' direction. Very slowly, very slowly.
I'm gonna point it out, like in the middle of us talking. I'm gonna shh and point and say, "It's coming closer," and then prepare myself.
In that direction of that ping.
Yeah,
Should we?
it's
Should
coming.
we?
It's coming.
Should we hide? Let's go.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go jump over here.
Okay.
can I tell like anything about how it's moving, etc., etc.?
Give me a survival check.
Meepo will also like follow Ree and go hide around the corner.
Okay.
What are y'all hiding for?
Motherfucker,
Fire blizzard.
If this is a fucking thing made of fucking fire, fuck that. Fuck the shit out of that. Hell no.
What do you mean made of fire?
It's a fire snake.
So
It's a
After
snake.
that,
It's a
Bover's
snake
gonna
made out of
spit on the
fucking fire.
ground. It's like a. Would Bover know those things since dwarves are miners and they go for gems?
give me a history check, because these things are from another plane of existence. There's no reason for dwarves
13.
to just know. You have heard of things that eat gems, because obviously being in the gem business, you need to know like what is going to fuck up your stock if they come here. But yeah, you've heard of a fire snake before. You've never seen one until now, because from the small corner down here where it was burrowing, you see, and it does not seem to pay attention to you, but do you guys remember the scene in Beetlejuice with the sand snake, where it kind of comes up and out of the sand and just dives back in? For those of you who have not seen Beetlejuice, I'm dating myself just a little bit here. But there's this big...
I got you.
Thank you, thank God. There's this big, like, burst in the ground, and this creature that looks like this bursts up from the ground. It's about 4.5 feet long. It has this huge, wispy snake-like mane, and as it comes out, you guys see this small campfire-sized flame burst from its mouth as you, and it dives back into the ground before it disappears, and you see the light, the flicker of candlelight, begin to get smaller and smaller as it kind of moves away from you.
It did not pay attention to us.
Didn't seem to notice you guys. It like came out and then boop went right back in.
Okay, it breathes fire, and I did not do well with ice breath, so I imagine I will also not do well with fire breath.
Yeah, that is a big old glass of nope.
Yeah.
Right there. Fuck that thing.
Good luck, little worm, on your journey. Let's go through this door.
Bover's gonna start waddling.
Sorry guys. Fire's not my thing. I'm not a fan of that, especially if it's a thing that's actually made of living fucking fire.
Fur just doesn't smell good when it's burnt, so I'm just doing you all a favor.
Right.
Who prefers the cold?
Most things don't smell good when they're on fire, except for rat. Rat's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Rat smells gross, kind of too, but less bad than fur. Well,
less like.
Before I follow, can I use my hunter sense on this thing?
Give me just a moment, please. So the problem is you have to choose a creature you can see within 60 feet, and it is already underground. So you can absolutely walk up to one of the holes the light's coming through if you want to take a peek at it, but I'll need a stealth check for that. I see the contemplation.
I think I'm just going to move back by the entrance to this hallway and kind of keep an eye on it with the intention of trying to study it if I can get a glimpse of it.
Okay, noted, and okay, noted. Thank you for mentioning. That's a very specific. That is a very specific thing to note.
He's gonna look at her and. So what did it look like?
I'm sorry, who are you saying that to?
To you. I didn't see the thing. I walked down here.
She's just gonna kind of give you a look and then turn her attention back to it, not say anything.
You know, like,
Rude.
you know when
Sorry.
when you're sitting around a campfire and like the ashes like fly off of it and land by you and it's really peaceful. It was nothing like that. It is a snake made of fire.
imagine the exact opposite of that.
Oh shit, you guys are cracking me up. Okay, so you come back down into this little hallway here. How would you like to proceed?
I'm gonna slowly. You said I didn't see any traps before, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I want to go up to the door, check if it's locked, check if it's trapped. I'm also gonna listen.
Okay, so yeah, you approach the door. It is an old stone door, and on the front of it there is a mosaic made from very faded, colored pieces of marble that appear to be a dragon of some sort standing on its back legs with both of its wings outstretched. In front of it, there appears to be a small humanoid figure, and upon closer inspection, it looks like the humanoid figure was supposed to be a dragonborn. It's tough to tell what these colors were supposed to be because they've all faded to gray, but the dragon has one of its front arms holding something that is very indistinguishable down to the dragonborn, maybe as if a gift.
Interesting. Do I hear anything?
You do not hear anything.
Is there a doorknob?
There is a doorknob. Well, it's more like a latch that you would have
Okay.
to just kind of like grab onto and then push.
Does it look
Is
like
it
that super
locked?
trap door upstairs?
It does not, no. That one had a relief carved into it, like an actual physical, like sculpture relief. This one is all just mosaic tiles.
You mean the door of death?
Yeah, the
Fuck
door of
you.
fuck you. The door of magic whistle.
Is it locked?
It does not appear to be locked. As you nudge it a little bit, it doesn't have immediate resistance.
I don't like it. The pretty door is not locked, and I don't see any traps.
Are you saying this to us?
Yeah, I step back and say that.
You want me to
All right,
open it
Ree.
up? Yeah. Okay.
Don't break this one. It's really pretty.
Yeah. All right. I'll see. I'll do my best.
You could just open it.
Oh, where's the
I'm gonna walk back up to her and say, if you want to come down here, we're about to open this door.
Ree
Is it
will
cracked?
probably. Ree will turn the handle and like throw her shoulder into it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Okay. She's not. She's actively trying to restrain herself from breaking in the door. Just so you know.
Understood.
Aw,
Understood.
besties.
You roll that nat 20 again, though, and this fucked this door.
Okay, save restraint, guys.
Yeah,
Restraining.
and it is restraint. You guys see like raw, unadulterated restraint as Ree, breathes deep and you see the door shudder a little bit, but it's very clearly stuck.
Okay, if you have to break it, break it.
But it is not locked. It is giving, but not easily.
Beaufort's gonna crack his knuckles and walk next to Ree. It's like, all right, you need some help. Let's do this together.
Okay. Yeah. All right. On a count of 3. All right.
All right, so how we'll do this is one of you will roll with advantage.
You want me to do the roll? You want to do the roll?
I'll let Ree do the roll, and I'll just push a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Loosen
One.
it for her.
Purple, banana,
Orange.
70, 75, 3. Oh, with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
There we go.
It's like, don't embarrass yourself, guys. Step
The
back and let
doc
the cat
does
do this. Okay, so
Double Spartan kick.
Happy feelings gone.
all right, so
What the fuck?
faded mosaic tiles still decorate parts of the wall in this room, but most of them have fallen to the dust-covered floor and shattered. Situated in the center of the chamber stands a slim pedestal of rusted iron, shaped like an upright dragon, very similar to what appears on the front door. In the dragon's mouth rests an empty iron tray. And that is all you see in this room.
Beaufort's gonna walk inside.
Okay.
Maybe
Beaufort walks
okay.
inside.
I want to look for traps as I enter.
Okay, well, yeah. There sure as hell doesn't appear to be any traps. Beaufort just charges the statue. But yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
9.
Nah, the room looks legit. Albeit very out of place for what you guys have seen so far.
You said the
Beaufort's
tray is
gonna-
empty, right?
The tray is empty.
He's gonna pick it up and look at it.
Okay, you pick the tray up, you kind of turn it. It's very, very old. The iron is extremely rusted, and it's empty.
No, I think we're supposed to put something on there. I don't
I
know
mean,
what.
when
Some kind of
I'm not
offering?
going
Meepo,
down
hop on the
there.
tray.
No.
I would like to ready for hostility from the other direction, the usual.
Okay, understood.
As you turn to Meepo, he's like at the door. He doesn't want to go in because the dragon statue's bringing back some bad memories.
I can't. Is there anything we've found recently that could work as an offering?
I mean, we had dragon statues, but that's a long way away.
Meepo pulls out like 2 onyx gems. But like, yeah, he doesn't move in the room. He's staying outside.
I'll turn and.
Maybe this will help.
Oh, thanks, Meepo.
She, go ahead and So as you're watching from the back, you see the light kind of erupt from the hallway behind you, and you see the snake once again breach the soil and kind of do like a half circle before going back down. If you would like to use your ability at this point, you are more than welcome to.
Yes, please.
All right, so, and I'm sorry, that, what does that ability do again that allows you to see vulnerabilities and weaknesses and shit? Is that right?
Yep. Basically, I get to magically discern how best to hurt it.
Okay, so what,
Damage, immunities, resistance, vulnerabilities.
okay.
Yeah.
So as you focus in on the snake and or the Thokwa, and you begin to kind of you pinpoint its focus, you feel your senses heighten as you feel like you can smell it, you can taste it, you can feel its skin on your skin, and as you do so, you are able to discern. And there's no save against that, right? It just fucking happens.
I'm checking. I don't think there's a. It says nothing about any saves.
Okay, perfect. So it is vulnerable to cold damage. It is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. And wouldn't you guess it's immune to fire? What is that? All the information? Does it also tell you type? Like, do I have to give you what else is that? What other?
I think that's it. It's just how I can hurt it,
Okay.
basically.
Okay, yeah. So vulnerable to cold, meaning it takes double damage. Immune to fire, meaning it takes no damage, and it's resistant to all damage that is physical from non-magical attacks.
Okay. Does this thing see with eyes, or does it have other sense things? It's not a hunter sense question. That's me asking if I need
With
to roll
what you
nature or
rolled,
anything.
no, with what you rolled earlier, I mean, and what you can see as it comes up, it appears to have eyes. It's got something in its head that resembles two little beads that blink, so you assume it sees with eyes?
Okay, then I'm just going to step back and around this corner.
Okay, understood. All right, with that being said, it does go back underground and vanish. Okay, sorry, what were you guys doing?
I was taking the onyx gems from Meepo.
Okay, so you take the onyx gems from Meepo.
Boker's gonna hold out the
Mark it
tray.
off I'll mark it off my inventory.
Okay.
I'm not giving them to you. Give the tray back to the dragon.
Well, fine. Gonna put the little tray back on the mouth of the dragon.
Okay, you
I
do
know.
so.
I'm gonna place one of the onyx gems on the tray.
Okay, there's a small clink as you set the onyx gem on the tray.
I'll do the other one as well. See if it makes a difference.
Okay, yeah, you put the second one on there and it goes clink. Looks way better than it did when you guys came in.
I'll take the onyx back over to Meepo.
Okay.
Well, that was a bloody waste of time.
Do I see any writing or anything? Looking around the base of it, looking around the room.
Give me an investigation check.
18.
Okay, so two things. No, there is no writing anywhere on this thing or anywhere in the room. The mosaics appeared to have been pictures, and what you can piece together from what is remaining, because obviously a lot of these panels have fallen off and shattered, but what it looks like is the rise and fall of this citadel, meaning that there is a starting point where you see flat land, then you see a small keep, then you see a large keep, then you see a castle, and then you see a dragon who is depicted in a couple different scenes, and then you see a part in the ground where it has just been completely torn open and there's nothing there anymore, and then it restarts itself. Second thing with that with that investigation is that you can confirm that there are no footprints in this room. Period. End of story. There is nothing on the walls. There is nothing on the ceiling. There is nothing on the floor except for what you guys have created.
Just because of the way you said that, are there any other kind of prints? Slithering prints, any other kind of prints?
Nope.
Okay.
Very good question, though, because I'm a tricky bitch sometimes.
I know.
So it's just a thin layer of dust that is completely undisturbed.
Yes.
So-
it is a 100% undisturbed. Even now that you're thinking about it, when Bofer snatched that tray, literally just this cloud went.
So Doc is walking along, like looking at all this stuff, and once she gets back around to the end, she stops and goes, "Wait, wasn't the dragon that put this underground a fire dragon?" I think we know where our fire snake friend came from.
What you think?
What do you mean?
You think that the dragon shat out the fire snake?
No, I think that the dragon very carefully selected these creatures to guard. I mean, who knows how many there are? But
Oh
if they're
fuck!
from a
Don't tell me
different
that.
plane,
I do tend to grow paranoid with the age. You're thinking that Astrolodon
yes,
brought them here?
I think so. I mean, he put this thing underground, right? So what better to guard a fire dragon's underground lair than fire creatures?
Would
Wait, so
that
you're
fit
thinking
with
there's a
what I knew from the shamans?
I'm sorry, say again, Cat.
Would that fit with things I had known from the shamans?
So, what you knew as far as Thokwa were concerned with the shamans is that they were very easy to conjure to as a means of battle magic to turn the tides against an enemy who might not be expecting it. As far as being used to guard any dragon lair, not doesn't work quite like that. I mean, it's a possibility, but it's kind of far fetched. As far as your guys' collective knowledge is concerned, Ashuralladon did not build this temple underground. Ashuralladon, at some point in history, freaked the fuck out and ripped the earth apart to shatter it.
Yeah, that's why I said put it underground.
Well, I mean, besides this, it doesn't look like there's really much going on in this room. It just looks like it's an altar to remember, except
Do
for
you
that tray.
Did you share any of that, Kat?
Yeah. The kind of like she'll mull over your words when you talk about it. Like it doesn't. I doubt it.
Well, then maybe we found one portal already. Maybe there was a portal that was opened at some point when he destroyed it and threw it underground. Either way, I think we should definitely be really careful because that was very intimidating, the tiny bit of it that I saw. I'd rather not see the rest of it or its friends.
So those things, they're, as you would expect, fire's not going to help kill them. Ice would be wonderful. She's gonna stare at Meepo when she says that. And normal
Oh, we got more than
weapons,
ice, Booyah.
normal ice would be wonderful to kill them. Normal weapons are going to be less than effective.
That's highly unfortunate.
Meepo seems pretty tired, but he'll say,
Meepo has a few left, but they're not big. Booyah.
and then he'll cast like Ray of Frost on a wall, as an example.
She'll give
Just
a little.
cantrip.
Doc will give a little pat on his head.
I'm not gonna lie here, guys. I don't think I'm gonna be if we get into a fight with one of those things. I'm not gonna be the best ally in the situation.
Can you think about the opposite of bunnies and then just do work?
I mean, yeah. I technically,
Like, would that help you?
I don't know. I suppose I should probably admit this a little bit. I have what's the opposite of happiness for things?
Anger.
No.
Right?
What? No. I'm scared of fire. Magic fire.
I mean, I think that a healthy amount of fear toward fire is not a bad thing.
Ranger looks like she's smiling that
but
away.
Is that why you almost passed out when I was breathing fire?
yeah, kind of. I'm not. The thing that happened a while back that I'm not really, kind of. When I think about it, I kind of want to go to a dark place and punch things a lot, but it's I don't really do magic fire too well. Just so you guys know.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so that thing out there is kind of like my worst fucking nightmare right now.
Sorry, 1 second. Answer. trying to eat my sandwich for me.
No.
Oh no.
Like,
Fuck those guys. That's my sandwich.
What did you
So
say?
are we
Ants
fighting
trying
this
to eat
thing
my
or no?
sandwich?
Eat his sandwich for him.
I really hope we can maybe go around it. Hopefully.
We can try. We can try to go down south into that other. I mean, I don't know what to do with this room. I love the story that it's telling, but I don't think we have whatever offering we need to do more. I didn't. I wasn't looking for it. Can I try to just look? Because since I know this is a tricky place, can I look and see if there's false walls or if there's anything to pull on or push on to try to open a wall? Or
In this room?
yeah.
With your investigation check, I'll just give it to you. I mean, you rolled pretty damn high. No, there does not seem to be. I mean, part of the investigation is to look at things, put your hands on things carefully. Push, pull, prod. Nothing in here seems out of the ordinary,
Including the dragon.
including the dragon. This, let's see. Give me a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom.
Oh, it was almost a nat 20. That was so close.
I mean, a 10 is still pretty average. Like, putting all of your guys' collective pieces of the puzzle together, you kind of maybe start to think that, like, it's a good possibility this was just, like, some sort of offering room when this place was above ground, and once it fell, there was a huge shift in the earth, so why the fuck would anybody want to come down here, especially if there's a bunch of fire snakes out here? Like, fuck those things.
I see.
It's just as scary to you as it might be to, a goblin.
I think that perhaps
But with that
That's-
being said, sorry, just really quick, with that being said, this place is secluded as fuck. And
Right.
it's quiet.
this room is obsolete outside of us taking a long rest when we're able to do so. I think that this was utilized in its prime and not so much anymore, which is why there aren't any footprints.
Understood. Speaking which, if we have one party member that is scared of fire, and honestly, that thing had no partake in killing my friend, so I have no need to fight it. I only have need to fight the things that partook in hurting him.
Well, we can try to go south. We can try to get past it. It doesn't seem like it's either hasn't noticed us or doesn't care, so it might not even be an encounter. Who knows?
I
mean,
have a DM question.
Okay, go ahead.
My hunter's trap. Do I think that as a, doing what I do I think that would be able to track this thing with how it's moving?
A hunter's trap?
Yep, the thing that will stop something moving if it triggers it.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's a bear trap, isn't it?
It just says hunter's trap.
Yeah,
It
so
came with my base
yeah,
shit.
yeah. A hunter's trap is something that a hunter would use to trap a large animal to then kill it. Lucy, no worries, brother. I hope you got the ants and that you're not breathing a bunch of poison.
I know. I saw you spraying stuff. I was like, no, Lucy.
So yeah, as far as your hunter's trap is concerned, it's essentially it's like a bear trap. Like you would lay that out to trap.
Not great for burrowing things.
I
Okay.
mean, no. Let me back up though. It's not just going to stop it. Whatever it does hit and trigger is going to fucking clamp down on it and potentially rip it in half. It's not.
Okay.
It's not just like a noose on the ground and they put a piece of cheese in it and catch the bad guy. It is a tooth and clawed metal monstrosity where as soon as pressure's put on it, two clamps snatch up and it'll rip the leg off a deer essentially.
Would my survival knowledge help me, like, with the hallway, with how this thing was moving and going in and out of the earth? Can I make a survival check of some sort to see if it would even make sense to set it to try and trap this fucker so we can get past it?
I will give you this because you are a smart ranger and because you are a hunter by nature. You can, if you are smart enough to set a trap for a creature, regardless of how big or small, you will catch it.
Cool. She's going to turn back from where she's been looking at the hallway and say, if you give me a little bit of time, I think I can catch it.
You're gonna
Wait.
catch a fire snake.
What do you mean catch it?
She's just gonna kinda grin.
How are you
can be
gonna
caught.
catch it?
Set a trap for it.
You have a
Make it
fireworm
prey.
trap?
I don't think I could make something work. At least I can try.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah, what if you piss it off and then it tries to eat us all?
Then our brave kobold warrior friend unleashes ice onto it.
Yeah, man, that's all you, buddy.
At that moment, Meepo will like sneeze and be like, eh?
And Doc's gonna, like, to try to make Ree feel better, is gonna like stand in front of her, almost like she's standing in front of her, but like shielding with her arms behind her.
All
Do we
right,
just
Ranger.
want to try and move past it, or do you want me to try?
Sorry, say that again.
We're
Oh,
trying
I
to decide what we're doing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Disregard me. I'm not paying attention. I'm not. Am I even here?
Don't pay
Am I
attention. The
playing?
DM doesn't need to know what's going on. Well, I don't know. I mean, how confident are you that you could? Did it see you when you were looking at it last? Because if it's just gonna ignore us, then let's just ignore it.
It did
We got
come
plenty of
past the
trouble.
entrance to this hallway, so there's a good chance that we're going to run into it when we try and leave.
How about this?
Fuck.
Hmm.
I'm a strong goblin.
Bofer's gonna curse under his breath and walk up to she and touch her back and use guidance. Say good luck.
Yeah, I guess go ahead.
How long does guidance last? 1 minute?
1 minute.
Thank you.
Guess I'm gonna go see if I can set a trap.
All right, you tell me where you're setting the trap and what the hell are you doing to conceal it, if you're concealing it at all.
Hey, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Could use an extra set of eyes with this.
Okay.
I'm going to, when Doc's near, I'm going to unsling my pack, get out the parts of this trap, and very clinically talk through how the thing works.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's pretty simple. It's a bear trap. It opens. It's a two-pronged piece that spreads open like this and clicks into place by a small gear mechanism, very familiar to you, Doc. In the center is a steel bar or an iron bar, and in the center of that there's a small pressure plate. Pressure plate has a specific amount of weight it can hold, and once it pushes past that threshold, the two sides, which have metal teeth along them, slam shut. Attached to this trap piece is a 3-foot length of iron chain and 2 stakes, which you stake into the ground, which prevents a creature from obviously running away once it's been trapped.
Okay.
That's about as easy as it fucking gets.
What do you need from me?
Well, I can set it easily enough. Hiding things in stone instead of foliage is not quite my, you could say, favored terrain.
Okay.
I just want to make sure this thing's concealed enough.
Okay.
And also could want to make sure that this thing doesn't, see me as I'm in the process of setting it.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out and I'll make sure that looks good when you're done.
I'm thinking entrance of the hallway here.
Or, I mean, are we
Right
trapping
outside.
ourselves in?
Now, like on the, she'll kind of gesture, if I can remember how to ping. I don't remember how to ping.
Hold down left
Yeah,
click.
just left click.
Click and hold. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Guys, y'all might want to hurry up. I can't hold this for much longer.
What are you holding?
As he says that, the inspirational buzz about your head, that you were feeling, fades, and Bofer, you feel the magic of the guidance fade.
Fuck. Y'all took too long.
All right, so she.
Oh, she can give you a look if you say that.
You don't want her to look at you, man. Typically, when she looks at things, things die.
Doc will give a look too, actually.
Oh, tag team! I love it.
All right, so where are you putting the trap, you guys? Are you putting it there, or I'm sorry, where are you putting it there?
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, slightly down the hallway.
Do I have it in the right
yeah.
spot? Yay,
Yeah.
I have a thing for that.
Well, do we want to get everybody past this part? I mean, what's the plan?
We
Are
can
we
just
trapping it so we can
step
fight it? Or are we
over it.
trapping it so we... Okay.
we can just
Can
step
we,
over
though?
the trap if we need to.
Okay.
Okay, so why don't you do this? Go ahead and just give me a stealth check with advantage if she is going to help you, Doc. And if you're apt at setting or at disarming traps, so you're also apt at you're apt
Arming
at
them.
disarming, so you can arm them as well. And you already know how this thing works, so there's no need to even roll on setting it.
No, we
So
just have to...
Who's rolling stealth then? Did you say?
Doc? Yep, because you are attempting to conceal it. I assume, right? You wanted to hide it?
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
You can roll it with advantage, I said.
Sorry.
That's because you've got her assisting you, so.
16.
Perfect. All right, and with that, poof, it vanishes. You guys have set the trap, and as you kind of step back, you kind of look at the hallway through your dark vision, and you're like, oh, fuck, where did we put it?
Oh.
Fuck, where did we put it?
It's like right there, right? It's fine. We should have moved everybody past it first.
It's somewhere in this area.
It'll be fine, probably. At the very least, it'll be entertaining.
Okay. Okay, everybody, we're gonna try to quietly venture through and don't step on the trap that is very expertly hidden
So where did y'all put it?
over there.
Spofer's gonna walk up.
Where?
Where?
Don't walk past me. Wait.
Yeah, y'all don't see shit. There is literally the same. It's like, as they were concealing it, they also put the holes in the ground with their finger, and nobody knows where the fuck it's at.
Can I search the hallway for our trap?
Oh god.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh, nuts.
You have
Oh,
no fucking
no.
you look the hallway
Can I
over and
take a look?
you're like, I know it was here somewhere, and then it kind of like there's this weird like spot in the back of your head that is just like, did we set the trap? Are we sure we did that, or are we just thinking it? Kat, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Spofer's gonna look back at Meepo. It's like, do you still have
Oh,
that
no.
spear?
You have no fucking clue. You guys hit it so well that literally as these guys are talking
Okay.
and distracting you, you look back and you're like, I don't know what
Here's-
the fuck we did.
Here's the plan. It's in the
It's
middle.
over there.
So
Meepo, do
hug
you still
the
have your spear?
wall. Hug the northern wall.
Meepo will like give a spear to Bofer. Can Meepo also like be like look for traps? Because kobolds are good with traps. It's kind of like my logic.
They're good with setting traps, finding other people's traps, not so much. But yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check, Meepo.
Spofer's gonna start walking forward, poking the ground where he walks.
Don't trigger it.
I knew we should have moved everybody past it first.
Oh
Wait,
no.
Are we trying to trap
No.
this asshole like here or what?
Yeah, why aren't we just calling?
I think that's the plan now.
directing this thing to try
Let's
and run
get
on it.
in position to
Meepo,
fight.
come this way. Walk where I walked. You saw me.
Which
come
direction?
here.
Okay, so I'll give you this. You guys know that like where this corridor lies, which is. Give me 1 second here.
They know, we don't.
So you guys know, see my little line here? You know that it's past this. So if you continue in this direction, you should hopefully be okay.
Well, what's
Alright.
the plan here? Were we wanting to fight it or just trap it so it doesn't get to us? And do we want to explore more down here?
I don't know. Y'all
Oh,
set the
no.
trap. I'm not walking
Hold
that
up.
way.
I just accidentally deleted, I just deleted Bofer.
Oh no, Buffer, no.
Give me a
Hello,
sec.
darkness, my
Deleted.
old
No
friend.
shit, man. Yeah, that's just what happened for sure. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Mordin, save me.
Morden, take the wheel.
It's like, I still can't access. But, so Bofer's gonna say, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not walking that way.
I mean, again, if we just hug the northern wall, it should be fine.
And where else can we?
I don't know. That's what I was going to say. It looks like it's very narrow, but going south over there, there was a tiny hallway. I don't know.
Doc, give me a perception check. She, give me a perception check. And Beaufort, would you mind just filling in your green and your blue for me? Your hit points and your AC, please. Okay.
Oh
Ne-
my gosh.
Never mind. All right. So what do you guys
Well,
do?
I guess let's go back this way. We got to go find that tree.
Yeah, Beaufort's gonna start walking this way.
I thought we were going to try and lure this thing over our trap.
I mean, do we want to fight it? That's what I've been asking. What's the plan here? Our barbarian doesn't want to fight it.
All right.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
If you want to fight it, yes or no, I'll do something that will.
I don't want to fight it personally. That's just me.
That's kind of a big deal.
And suddenly,
just-
from underneath the ground, there is a hump that bursts up and out of one of these holes, all of you being completely oblivious to the thing moving towards you the entire time as you've been talking out loud in this cavern. I need everybody to roll initiative, but give me 1 second to pull my initiative order up.
Maple!
Hang on 1 sec.
Looks like we're fighting it, boys.
Didn't have
Actually,
to
it's
be this way,
mostly
but y'all
ladies.
were being real silly about that.
You should have moved everyone out first. Make sure you select your thingy on roll 20.
Oh jeez, let's go.
Alright, so. Starting at the top, the fire snake, as it bursts out of the ground, makes this absolutely ear-piercing screech as it looks around, kind of almost confused as it rears back, almost out of as much surprise as Meepo and Beaufort have within themselves. And as it screams, it lets out a vicious assault.
Kind of looks like a rooster.
Does look kind of like a rooster, doesn't
You're
it?
right.
It does actually.
Cock-a-doodle doo.
On that note, yeah, I'm about to cockadoodle the fuck you out of here, so. Alright, with that, it is going to bite at Meepo.
No, Maple!
Nope, that's only a 9, so Meepo, it bites down at you, and you kind of shift to the left, and it misses you. And then as it does so, it swings around and tries to slap you with its tail. And that's a 7. So it misses you with the tail as it kind of rears back and...
I like which did worse.
That's what you used it from Kelly.
That's the end of its surprise round. That brings us to the top. That is going to be she.
How big is this thing? It's just normal,
It's medium.
our size-ish? Okay,
It's- Yeah, it's a medium-sized creature, so it's, you know, takes up a full 5-foot square.
Okay. I'm going to declare it prey. I'm gonna knock an arrow. I'm gonna fire. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm close enough. I'm going to swing at the thing with my simi instead after declaring it prey.
Okay, so you declare your prey. Give me just 1 moment to mark it and mark you.
Yes, I know it's not going to be super effective, but
Are you kidding me? You're a dual weapon fighter. That's super effective.
I want my non-magical weapon.
Yeah.
It's only resistant, it's not immune.
What was that ability called again? It was Hunter's Prey, right? Is that it?
I'm using Slayer's prey. for that one.
Slayer's Prey.
Hunter's Mark and Slayer's Prey combined. Hunter's Prey.
Yeah. Well, that's if this continues for multiple rounds. That's the next action potentially.
Okay. Oh, go ahead and make your attack roll. Sorry, unless you've made it and I've missed it. There it is. No, 6, unfortunately. You swing down at it, and even though you focus in and hone in on this thing, which is awesome because, you knowing what this creature is and having your Slayer's Prey up, you see its heart beat through its whole body. Snakes are cold-blooded creatures. This thing is the exact opposite. And as you swing down on it, the brightness of your new senses kind of throw you off, and you unfortunately miss with the first attack.
I cannot make a second attack this time because I declared Slayer's Prey.
Touche. All right. It's going to bring us to Ree.
All right, so you guys are going to hear a sound come out of Ree that you've never heard come out of her before, and she's basically going to like shrill and kind of stumble back onto her ass a little bit, and basically, actually, wait, I'm just going to do this. Yeah, she's fucking terrified of this thing. Sorry, I'm kind of self-imposing fear.
No,
here.
that's fine. If you don't have an inspiration point on your character sheet already, please take one. That's awesome.
Okay. And yeah, she will maybe try to fumble through her shit for her javelin, and maybe try to like lob it at it, just like just chuck it.
All right. Oh, fuck!
Holy shit.
Whoa, no.
It's a disadvantage.
Bro, that is some... Oh. What the fuck?
That is
Okay.
That's
fear-inspired crit.
So it says 5 plus 4 crit, so that's 9 total, is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, I guess, okay, I think it, did it roll 2? Is that what I'm looking
Yeah,
at?
yeah. So it's 5 because
Okay.
you rolled a 3
Yeah.
plus 2, and then a crit is 4, so 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
In your fear, you rear back, and as you start to stumble, you just fucking hurl... But it's like your intuition in this fear, maybe like you're onto something. Fear has guided your hand and your javelin way more accurately than you feel like you've ever hit before, because it like curves around she and strikes this thing in the side of its snake neck body thing, and it digs deep, and you see fire and lava just spew out of it like blood would from a humanoid. And the javelin starts on fire. It is no longer usable.
it's gone.
Just so we know.
Yeah, no, it's gone. I get it.
All right. Bofer. Fuck, that was good. I've never seen somebody with disadvantage roll 2 nat 20s. That's fucking crazy.
I've never rolled like that before in my life. That was amazing.
I believe he also rolled like 2 3s
Yeah.
earlier.
When he had advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
It was making it up to you.
Disadvantage more, man.
Your digidice were like, we're so sorry.
Yeah, I can only do 2 numbers. 2 at the same number.
So Bofer's gonna jump back and land on his butt, and he's gonna start banging on his hammer and start using Toll of the Dead.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Was that just what is that, a wisdom saving throw on my end?
Of 13.
Failed. Holy shit. Alright, yeah, so, Bofer, you slam your it's an axe now, not a hammer, right?
Axe, yes.
Okay, no, I'm just making sure I got it right. So you slam the axe on the shield, and the incantation rings out, and you see the form of this thing actually, like, writhe, like its whole body writhes in pain as its fire dies down to this weird, almost like purple glow, and as it starts to hunch over, you see this black ichor spill from its body before slowly rekindling. It is not looking good.
Shit, Meepo, get him.
Hey, Meepo, it's your turn, bud.
Yeah, so I'd like to imagine that like some fire fell like not enough to hurt him, but like fell on his like feet, and he's kind of recoiling from that. And then he's gonna fall down and point towards the thing and cast Ray of Frost.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, go ahead and give me a... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so Ray of Frost is a ranged spell.
Correct, which means that you roll disadvantage because you're in melee.
But I also have pack tactics.
Yes,
Like,
you
how would
do.
that work?
So it does indeed counter that. So you would roll that as a straight roll.
Okay.
That's a very good call, Meepo.
19.
Yeah, that'll hit it. Go ahead and roll damage, and we'll multiply it by 2.
4.
Better than 0.
So yeah, as you kind of like panic cast, the beam of frost shoots out, and as this thing begins to slowly reignite from the necrotic energy that hit it, the ice hits it, and it literally pierces through its scales, and you see inside of, like, it's just like 2 or 3 inches below where its jawline is, something is beating inside of it, and as it hits that, it almost freezes it completely solid as it writhes to the side and then looks at you. It is still moving, but just barely.
People will shout,
Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
All right, Doc.
Well, hearing Meepo say "kill it, kill it, kill it," she's like, "What? What?" She's gonna turn around and actually run over there, primarily to block.
Give me 1 sec.
Sure. Oh no. Called this, by the way. Called this.
You can get there before I take my attack
Okay.
of opportunity.
good call.
So that's gonna be a 17.
Yeah, that hits me.
So it's gonna hit you with the bite. As you go to jump over the holes in the ground and move around, all of a sudden you look down and you see the flame, the really bright one that you had seen in the room before, kind of burst up from under the ground and
It's the mama.
It lashes out at you. Lashes out at you. So you don't have resistance to fire, right? Okay. No, I've got to make sure, otherwise I got to roll things differently.
No.
So you take 2 points of piercing damage and 6 points of fire. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8 points of damage total. As it comes out, it just barely grabs onto your leg, but the heat from it, immediately starts to ignite your body. On that note, because it has the ability Heated Body, you take an additional 3 points of fire damage as the coils from this thing just begin to ignite your fur from the ground up. You guys hear Doc scream as you see a second snake lunge out of the ground and her whole form begins to catch fire.
Is it the same size as the other one?
It is identical. Okay, you can continue your move. It has made its attack of opportunity.
No, I think I'm gonna attack this asshole.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, okay, so I will still get my thing because Bover's right here. Alright. $16?
16 does hit.
11?
So
points of
11.
damage.
Okay, yeah, it seems to do about half of what you feel should be done. It is definitely, as you guys are hitting this thing, it does seem to be resistant to physical damage, as she had told you initially. So
It was only a 9 or a 7 on
yeah,
that.
the 7 does miss with the sickle, but I gotta calculate the damage here. So 9 telling, so we're gonna call it 5. Alright, so yeah, you slash at it with the short sword. You manage to get it, like, literally in the side of the head, but this thing is so wily that as your blade goes in, you feel the heat starting to burn your hands. As that happens, since you hit it with a melee attack, you take an additional 5 points of fire damage. And you notice your blade is literally screaming hot to the point, like, it looks, your blade, as far as the hilt and the pommel are concerned, look exactly like what happened to the bugbear when Bofer was casting some spell on it. And it is scalding the shit out of you. So you pull it out real quick, it starts to cool down, but you still feel your hand sizzling under your grip, and you swing at it with that sickle and just unfortunately whiff it. Anything else?
I want to move the fuck away from it.
Are you telling me you want to break free?
I want to break free.
I hate myself sometimes.
There's not really any good way to do that though.
You have like a bonus action to disengage.
No, I used my bonus action. I can still move. It already used. I'm assuming it used its reaction already, but then I'm just moving into melee with the other one. I'll just stay here.
I mean, if you have movement, you can get out of its reach and go back north and be safe. But
No,
yes, you
I'll-
did use your bonus action to use your
Then
secondary
I'll die
attack,
alone.
So. Okay.
I'd rather die with all my friends.
That brings.
Actually, can I want to scream, Ree!
Okay. Ree, you, in all of your fear, do hear the familiar sound of Doc screaming out Ree, and you guys all begin to smell heavily the scent of burning fur. On that note, the Thokwa in front of you is going to, it's going to attack you. Excuse me, Doc. That's a nat 20.
Bye, y'all.
I was going to say, I think she's going to lay down here.
I have 4 hit points.
So that's, yeah, even if I roll... Yeah, she's out. She's unconscious. The snake bites Doc, and Doc falls to the ground and collapses. As it lets go with its bite, it swings its tail around at Beaufort. And that is a 21.
That'll hit.
Good thing we set that trap.
If y'all wouldn't have just been in the hallway fucking talking at normal volume for over 2 minutes, by the way, I've got it clocked on stream. I was like, oh my god, I love you guys. You guys are... I love you guys. How will the gang get out of it this week? Alright, Beaufort, so you're gonna take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, as well as 6 points of fire damage. So we are looking at 11 points of damage total.
Damn.
And that ends its turn. The last snake, which is still standing here, is going to attack she. As she is...
Really staring.
Yeah, terrifyingly staring at her, honestly.
Yeah.
That's going to be... Nope, that was a 6. And that is a 19. So the tail attack hits, and that is 2 points of bludgeoning as well as 5 points of fire. So we're looking at 7 points of damage total from the tail slap. Alright, and that is going to end its turn, and that brings us to she. She, did you... you're marking your hit points, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. I trust that you guys are all doing that, by the way. I have no doubt in that. And I appreciate you doing that because it's a pain in the ass for me, so... yeah, Doc did. I'm sure that was pretty easy for you. Alright, she.
Yep. So, she doesn't even really seem to realize the hit. She's very, very focused on this thing. She's moving kind of in time with how it's moving, and she's gonna swing at it. She's waiting for that opportunity, feeling its heartbeat, its pulse, and she's waiting for that opportunity. She's gonna swing.
Alright, go ahead and make that attack roll. $16 just hits.
I get an extra d6 on that.
And you take 1 point of fire damage from the strike. Okay. But you land the damage. Yep, go ahead and roll your extra d6. Alright, excellent. And how do you finish it off?
As she's kind of moving in tempo with like its pulse, its beat, and everything, and like as it kind of, it's a snake, as it curls one way, she almost goes serpentine, and she snakes a blade in, and yeah,
absolutely beautiful. And as you do so, you cut it straight up the middle where the ray of frost and necrosis had already weakened it, and you completely sever the head. The fire bursts out of its body cavity, and that is what just barely scorches you as its body writhes like a snake before falling cool and blackened on the ground. Anything else, she?
That was just my first hit. So with that same kind of movement, not even slowing, she's going to turn her head and fixate on that one, and that will be my prey. And that is my the rest of my turn.
Beautiful. All right, Ree.
All right, so Ree will she'll hear the screams of Doc as she goes down, and that doesn't make her feel great. So she's going to try to shake herself out of this fear of this monster.
Ooh.
I'll leave that to your discretion.
I think
that's a pretty high fucking
17
roll.
is pretty fucking good. I think if you would have rolled above an 11, I would have been okay with it.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, so Ree will kind of like shake off the terror of this thing and just kind of stand up. I am a big strong goblin. I'm a big strong goblin, and she'll make her way past. I should probably rage, but I meta-ing this. I only have one left, so I'm just gonna. I did not hit the push to talk button. I will. She's still terrified of this thing, so she will take a whack at it.
Okay.
Not raging. Nope. Because she's fucking terrified of this thing.
Yeah,
still.
so yeah, Ree managed to shake the like true crippling fear off, but as you get up to it, you realize it's fucking bigger than you are. It's like the size of a hobgoblin, and it is just as scary as you imagined.
Oh fuck! I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
All right, Bofer.
Give me 1 second. Seeing as the thing just dropped Doc, he's gonna look down at her, drop his axe, and grapple the thing with the inspiration.
Okay. Give me 1 sec.
So we might need a new cleric and a new rogue.
Give me 1 sec. Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Is it attack or is it
Yep, it's gonna be an attack roll. You don't just get to actually hit it for free. Once you hit it, then you will grapple it, and then it's athletics checks to see who actually contests.
Okay, so what is the
it's just gonna be a basic essentially just make a strength check, because all you get is your strength to hit it.
Got it.
And you don't get your proficiency modifier unless you're proficient. Are you proficient in all weapons, including unarmed?
Just, I think it's simple and, yeah, simple battle axe warhammer.
All right, give me just a second. Hold on.
I know my D&D Beyond has an unarmed strike thing, but I don't know if that's because I'm a ranger.
Most characters do,
Yeah, mine does too.
just because. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna strip this down a little bit, okay? First of all, what size are you, Bofer? Are you considered small or medium?
I'm medium.
You're medium, perfect. So you can grapple it. You need to have a free hand, which you just dropped your axe, so that's no problem. It takes the place of an attack, which is easy. You're going to use your action for it. It counts as an attack for the sake of spells and other features. And, okay, so we're going to change it to a contested ability check, okay? It's going to be athletics check versus athletics check. Actually, depending on whether my acrobatics is high or not, I will choose that as I see fit. So you need to make an athletics check for me. The athletics check is for you to grapple it like you are a high school wrestler
All right, and I'm going to get rid of my inspiration for this.
Sure, go ahead and roll with advantage then. Yeah, all right. Not great. Yeah, you definitely beat me. So you grab this thing. You take 3 points of fire damage as its body is literally scalding hot to the touch. Like, you feel like you literally just grabbed a prong out of the fire that weighs like 210 pounds and squeezed it. It singes the shit out of you. So take that damage, but you have it grappled. What the fuck now?
I'm just gonna hold it in place and yell to everyone else, kill this fucking thing.
Alright, the grapple counter is on it, so that brings us to Meepo.
Seeing, like, he'll turn around and see Doc go... Oh, sorry, hold on, I'm in the wrong setting. Doc go down. He'll yell out, "Oh, the nice cat lady!" And he'll, like, fire, with advantage, a ray of frost at it, because pack tactics.
Ah, okay. I was like, why are you just declaring you get advantage on things here?
Because I want it.
Yeah, I got you. I got fucking kobolds,
I
man.
want advantage.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm so glad I have advantage.
Yeah, unfortunately, with Beaufort grappling this thing, it is really hard to get a beat on it, and your ray of frost flies right overhead. Thankfully, because if Beaufort, what's your AC?
18.
Okay, yeah, because if it was just a little bit further south and to the left, you would have clipped Beaufort in the back of the head.
Meepo's too focused on Doc.
Fair enough. All right. Anything else, Meepo?
That's all I can do.
All right. Doc, give me a death saving throw.
How do we do that in a
Just
in a
roll a d20.
Okay, I thought there was a thing on.
Is there a thing on it? I don't know if there's a thing
There
on it,
is.
to be honest.
Oh. Wah, wah.
It's one fail. So I'm going to put in your red box, I'm going to put 1. Oh my god, I did a smile. How the fuck did I do a smiley face? Apparently if you hit Alt-1, it makes a smiley face, and that is terrifying.
That's so bad. I'm dying. That's
Okay, you just get a 1.
face.
I'm so sorry. You guys. Okay, anyways. Fire snake. The fire snake, as it is grappled, can use its action to contest the grapple. Yeah, it's gonna try to fucking break out of the grapple. Go ahead and give me another athletics check, Beaufort. You feel this thing wiggle underneath your form, and it pretty much doesn't have any form of strength or dexterity to escape your grip, and you hold it tight, and it does nothing.
In Dwarvish, I'm gonna yell, "If we burn together."
Oh, that's disturbing. Who else speaks Dwarven?
I love that.
Oh,
Metal.
Ree and she. Alright, she, on that note.
Ree doesn't like hearing that.
Everyone except me.
I don't think I have any way to be able to get close enough to actually hit the fucker.
You can technically, if we want to be technical, you could step over Doc here and get to it behind here if you wanted to be in melee.
Over, not on.
Because remember, it's being grappled right now, so it can't do shit.
It can't do attack of opportunity.
Okay. Then still kind of moving with its rhythm. She's going to do exactly that and swing with blades.
So you would have advantage here, I think, because I'm on the other side.
I have advantage? Question mark.
No. Do you have
No.
a? Do you
We
have,
don't-
do
we
you
don't
have
do
the flank
flanking.
it? If you
For,
I was gonna say if you
yeah,
have.
for
Go ahead.
for flanking, if there's a character on the opposite end, right?
So,
or are we?
no, we don't do flanking in my campaigns. There is a feat that you can take that is called flank attack, and that will give you the option to do that. The only reason I don't do that is because if you guys were in situations like the goblin fights earlier, they would have flank attacked you guys so much just for that tactical advantage, and I would have TPK'd you like 5 or 6 rooms ago.
Fair enough.
Instead of 2 or 3.
Instead of 2 or 3.
Right.
But since
But
both
there
are,
is,
like,
but just so
holding-
we're clear, there is a feat that you can take that I have created. It's in the little house brew rules, and if you pick up flank attack and somebody else picks it up, oh yeah, you guys can be a nasty fucking team.
But since Beaufort is like grappling them, isn't that advantage, or how does grapple work?
So the target, give me 1 second. The target is incapacitated, but unfortunately, because Beaufort's grappling, they also have 3/4 cover. So it's kind of a give and take situation, but bear with me.
Question, is it 3/4 cover like right where I am or where everyone is?
100% 3/4 cover. In order to grapple it, you are like a high school wrestler. You have grabbed it in a chokehold and reared it back with your legs cinching it on both sides to hold it still.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, what did you think? You were just putting this thing in a fucking chokehold?
I did, yeah.
No, no. This thing is fighting for its life. It is not fighting for a trophy. It's not interested in participation trophy, son. Okay, so grappled. So the creature is considered incapacitated, which means it cannot take actions or reactions except to escape said grapple. A grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it cannot benefit from any of its speed bonuses. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. Besides that, there is nothing about it. It is not unconscious. It is not prone. The only condition it has is incapacitated and grappled.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't notice it was 3/4 cover in the grapple thing, but
Nope,
yeah, I
that
understand.
is me being an intelligent
Oh,
DM
okay,
and saying that in order to grapple this thing with people swinging at it, you have an ally who is physically wrapped around it to hold it still, and it gains its cover.
Okay.
Just like we discussed last week, mind you, when Lucy was shooting into melee with his spells, with his pack tactics, he was taking the risk in hitting somebody else.
Okay, and one more question.
Sure.
It says I can move this thing, but with half speed.
half
Would you
speed.
prefer 15? My speed's 15, so 5 or 10?
You would move it 5. We always round down.
Understood.
Yes,
Got
you can take a 5-foot step with it. All right, sorry. Sorry about that. I know it's your turn. 10 unfortunately does not hit.
It's okay. It's weird to get a beat on this thing with a dwarf in the way. So I'm gonna close my eyes for a second. I'm going to listen to its heartbeat, and I'm going to see if I can slip in with the other blade.
So unfortunately, the 19 does not hit. Beaufort, what is your armor class?
18.
I knew the answer to that. So you take 3 points of slashing damage as you swing at the fire snake, and Beaufort, as he is struggling, because they are in an active contested grapple right now, begins to turn it to the side, and as he does so, you didn't predict him, you were just watching the snake, and you cut up his chainmail and dig into his flesh, and you feel the sting of a scimitar on your side, Beaufort.
She's going to mutter a word in Orcish, and that's going to be my turn.
All right, Ree.
Okay, so Ree's not too confident with her new gigantic morning star yet, so she's going to rotate around the snake creature and just she's going to hold up her morning star and say, "Oh, for fucking let it go!" And she's going to hold the attack action in the hopefully likely event that he lets go, and then try to whack. But that's
based
all
on
she's
him.
doing.
The contingency is him letting go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, perfect. All right, Beaufort, give me 1 second. You start the round by taking 5 points of fire damage as you are still in contact.
Downed.
You're what?
Oh, I'm downed.
Oh, I haven't seen you dropping hit points. Have you not been marking them down?
Yeah, that was an accident.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
down
I was like, man, I've looked at you at full hit points this whole time thinking you were good. Okay.
So I
Give me
guess
just one second.
that would trigger me if he.
Yeah, no, I had no idea that that was going to have
Tatos.
3/4 cover, so
Thank you,
that's
thank you.
why that messed up my entire plan.
All right, no problem. So yeah, you let go, and just FYI, if you ever have questions about a plan you're trying to be sneaky about and talk, do with the DM not talking to me about that beforehand, let me know what you want to do, and I'll tell you all the different conditions that apply to it.
Yeah.
On that note, Beaufort drops, literally, as you're like, let him fucking go! All of a sudden, there's this pulse of fire, and you see his flesh, literally, up into his face, bubbling and cooking, and he just goes, and he collapses to the ground. Ree, go ahead and make your attack.
Yeah, Ree will try to swallow that flashback, and actually, she's gonna burn the inspiration
Okay.
for this.
And Beaufort, please make sure that you update your hit points.
I just did. They're 0 now.
Oh yeah, the 21, both of those hit. Yeah, you're good.
Perfect.
So for 5 points,
It was half, right? So
it is. So yep, it's only going to be 2. So you hit it, and it absolutely... Oh, you know what, Beaufort? You were updating your hit points. You know why I didn't notice it? You have the values set incorrectly. They're backwards. That's okay.
Oh,
I got
green?
you. Yeah, green is always health.
Oh, that's what I was doing. It says 0 on my screen. The
But
18.
you've got to put 18 in the second slot. There we go.
Oh.
Either way, yeah, it does not drop, but you do definitely smash into it. God damn it, give me a second here. Now I've got things all fucked up.
Is the blue thing?
Hold on.
Yeah, I had my green as health and blue as
Nope,
my...
you're good. You know who I saw? Meepo was right below you, and his bar was coming up onto yours on my screen, and it had me fucked up. I had to move you and put you back for it to be right. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Okay, so and you don't have 18 hit points. How many? What is your hit points? Your total? 33?
I don't know right now. I'm on death saves.
Yeah, but what is your total max?
I'm trying to see... 35.
35. Okay, thank you.
Because of the dwarven resilience thing.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, perfect. There we go. Now I can see it. All right. Anyways. Okay, so you are not looking good, Beaufort. That was your reaction. Beaufort's turn is done. Meepo, we are on you, my friend.
Seeing Beaufort go down, he's gonna get a little bit worried here, and but he's still gonna cast. What's it called? Sorry, I have the spell under frostbite on it.
Okay, walk me
that's
through frostbite.
That's a DC 12 con save for you. So Meepo will like point at him and like this horrible form on it. Begin the form.
Yeah, no, it fails horribly.
Okay, so it takes D6
you
damage
shut up,
and
that person?
it has disadvantage on attack rolls.
nice.
That's fine. It's okay. It was very nice. I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time? I apologize, Lucy.
It takes a D6 of damage, which I'll roll in a second,
Okay.
and it has disadvantage on attack rolls before the end of its next turn.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Is the damage doubled, or is it the die that's doubled
It-
for vulnerability?
The damage. Holy shit. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so what does your frostbite look like? This thing is literally on death's door.
So it's like this little bead of like frost will start to form like on it, and then it'll eventually just crystallize if it fails.
Yeah, and it does begin to fail. You see the bead appear, and as it does, it's at like the nape of where its quote-unquote neck is. I guess a snake is just one big neck.
All neck.
It's all neck, baby. But as it does so, it starts to crystallize down its back, and as the frost takes hold, the fire starts to try to burn through, but it shatters inwards, driving these deep crystals of ice into its spine. And it literally, like, lunges forward. You almost panic, like, oh, fuck, it's trying to bite me, but you realize it's actually in so much pain, it's trying to figure out how the fuck to get out of here.
No, Ree does panic.
Okay. And yeah, it fucks it up real bad. Anything else, Meepo?
That's all she wrote.
All right, Doc, give me a death saving throw. You got one fail so far.
Gonna stare at it angrily.
That's 2.
That is 2 death saving throws failed. All right, Fire Snake. Fire Snake is going to attack Ree
Disadvantage.
with disadvantage. Is it
Just on the first attack, I think.
I was just gonna say, is it on the first attack or is it on all
Until
attacks?
the end of its turn.
How does it read exactly? Can you read the verbatim for me, please?
Sure. On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage, and it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its turn.
On the next weapon attack, meaning it's the first attack.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a 6. That is a miss, and it is going to swing with its tail. And that is a 5 with a miss. Ree, you are very thankful as this thing is slowed way the hell down with its bite at you, comes around with the tail, and you kind of do this, pseudo dodge on it, and it has no effect. She.
I'm going. It's a full action for a medicine thing, isn't it?
I don't understand what you're asking.
I was.
Medicine kit.
No, I was trying to decide whether or not she would even realize that Doc's as bad as she is, and I don't think I can do that without taking a full action for a medicine check, right?
I will say that being that you are an adventurer and you have seen your friends now in combat, seeing 2 of them collapse into unconsciousness probably means they're bleeding out. Especially since you were the one that healed Bofer when you had to shove your hand inside of him and heal him. They are dying. They are dying. And I will tell you they're dying because they are in the throes of death rattle right now, meaning they're taking very labored, heavy, instinctual breaths to try to save themselves.
She's going to. So she's listening to the heartbeat, and then she notices that death rattle from it, and she blinks a couple of times, and on pure instinct, she's going to just turn and just slap a hand onto Doc and say her orcish equivalent of "You will not die today."
Okay, perfect. Real quick, I'm going to do a little bit of a retroactive thing here, Kevin. There was 2 points of damage dealt to Ree from the Morningstar attack, as this thing did have heated body, so it's only 2 points, and it just kind of singed you a little bit as you swung at it. She, go ahead and roll your healing. And, of course, mark off your spell slot. Okay, so Doc, as you are slipping into the void, you feel something, you're not sure what the hell it is, grab onto your spirit as you're about to fade from existence and yank you back. Your eyes flicker open, and she is above you with these crazy looking eyes, but she's looking down at you, and I mean, I don't know, what the hell would she see when she's coming up like that?
She's looking at you, but she's not really seeing you. She's looking through you there. You're not prey, but for a second she's not seeing you.
All right. Anything else?
Then now I'm just gonna turn my head and look back at this thing, and that's all I've got.
All right, back to Ree.
Okay. Ree would like to try to end this nasty fucking fire creature and whack it in the back.
All right.
Hey?
That's
a javelin? Fuck, that's not the right one. I meant to do Morningstar.
Gotcha.
Hang on, let me just do that again.
Well, I'll tell you
Fuck,
what.
I'm not gonna get that
No. Why don't we do this, Kev? Take.
Well, actually, the attack roll is the same.
I was just gonna say, what is your modifier? I mean, it doesn't matter if it's above a 14,
It's-
you're gonna hit it.
It's a +4.
Yeah,
and
you're good.
Both. Yeah, okay. So I'll just
And-
roll the damage die for the Morningstar then.
Yep, because I think it's what, a D8.
Yeah, and I rolled it on D&D Beyond here. So it's a 4. So 2.
2.
Yeah. I'm taking some damage from the burnination.
All right, so you only take one point of damage from the fire. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Actually, could I use the could I tack on the Fury of the Small on this one? Give it a little extra stank on this.
Yeah, absolutely. How much damage does that
It's just 3 extra damage.
You know what?
Cool.
That is literally just enough when we reduce it to put that bitch out of its misery. So take 1 point of fire damage and let me know, how do you fuck this thing up? How do you end it? How do you finish it?
So I imagine like finding that little crystal of ice that's kind of like hanging in like the middle of its like neck or whatever, and she just kind of like targets that one spot and just whips around and basically nails that ice crystal and severs the head from the rest of the body and shatters the ice.
Beautiful. And you know, it's so funny because it's so tough to decapitate something with a bludgeoning weapon, but you hit it so fucking hard, and that ice crystal has frozen it about 3/4 of the way through, thanks to Meepo, that as soon as you hit it, it just shatters and the head flies and splatters against the wall, dealing you just a little tiny bit of fire damage as the jet of flame and molten innards kind of splash onto you, but not that big of a deal, and everything in the chamber falls silent. Bofer, who is coming up next, is pretty much on death's door. So, with that being said, it was Doc next. Am I going to assume somebody's going to put a charge into him from a healer's kit? Okay, mark a charge off your healer's kit, and we will say Bofer is officially stabilized. He is not conscious, but he is stabilized. Oh, man. 3 months in advance. Are you kidding
So
me?
Ree will just kind of
Thank you
collapse
so much.
in
I'm just gonna
the
take this
hallway
off really
there.
quick. I don't do
Just
a whole
like
lot of talking
visibly
as
like
far as,
panicking, just trying to
chat is
like kind of
concerned when
calm
I'm
herself
playing
from
D&D with
like
these guys,
a
because I
complete
do
utter
like to give them
panic
all of my
breakdown right
focus,
now.
but I just wanted to say thank you so much. It is very, very good to have you here. Thank you for hanging out with us. We do play every single weekend on Sundays from 7 to 10 p.m. Central. So thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the subs. It's just wonderful, wonderful. Come hang out with us if you want to in Discord any day of the week.
Oh, that's cool.
We stream Wednesday,
Nice.
Friday, Saturday,
He came in
Sunday.
and
So.
Kevin, he said.
Oh, it's
Kevin,
Lucy's friend. Hey,
he
Lucy,
says
you got
your
a friend here,
beard
buddy.
is
You already
amazing,
know.
and he loves it.
Awesome,
Thanks.
awesome. He already knows the deal. I dig it. Okay.
So yeah, Doc is gonna like wake up, like breathe out smoke, reach over and put salve and like pat out Bofer, and then heal him with the healer's kit. And then she's gonna say, "Look out, there's 2."
Yeah, we noticed that. So sorry guys, I kind of dropped the ball there in the beginning. I'll try to not let that happen again.
You did good. You faced your fears. She's gonna look down at her fur and wince.
Yeah, you lost a little bit of fur there.
She is going to take a couple of steps off to the side, doing her best to not let on anything, and then she's going to lean against the wall and breathe painfully.
Also, let's not forget there's still a trap in the hallway.
Where? Where is it?
She just says over there, but doesn't even like motion. Over there.
Oh fuck. We're gonna have to go that way too, I think.
Well, if we hug the northern wall and don't talk for too
I-
long in this hallway, I think it'll be fine.
Bofer's gonna sit there still, just
Unconscious.
passed out.
He's like face
Yep,
down.
yep, he's literally unconscious. And by the way, whoever brought him back with the med kit, you realize like his skin, like half of his face and up the side of his body that was grappling this thing looks like cooked bacon. It's disgusting.
Why?
He is fucked up.
Well, how did it get Bopher so bad?
Oh, he hugged it.
I'm sorry, what?
He gave it
He
a
hugged it.
hug.
Yeah, give it a big bear hug.
But why?
I don't know.
Maybe he missed breathing fire?
That's not how you do it. I don't think.
No. I
Um,
can only do so much to fix him too.
I guess Ree will kind of hoist him up and try to bring him into the hallway up here. Kind of like just rest him against the wall there.
Yeah, it's
Try not
easy
to
enough.
peel off too much skin.
He's very, very heavy. Like, as you lift him, you're like, there's no way this guy is this fucking strong because he is so overburdened in his own right that you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh shit! Did he pick up my bat? My cable light?
It's bad.
Does he have a... Listen, perhaps when we're not in a very dangerous place, we should have an intervention because I think he may have a little bit of a hoarding problem.
But I need all these bowls.
I'm so sorry. Lucy, so Meepo has this moment where, you know, Doc says he has a hoarding problem, and it takes you back to the lessons that you have read and learned about as far as dragons are concerned. And dragons have obsessions over hoarding. Like, it is not a healthy road to go down, so do with that what you will.
I like look at him and go,
He more dragon than Meepo thought.
say no.
In all seriousness, though, I don't know. I can't do much to fix him here. I don't have equipment that I need. I didn't come here to be a doctor.
And he's our healer, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I can't do anything. I can maybe
Yeah, healer who blows
I can
out
maybe
his fucking
piss on him
healing
again a
spells
little
in the
bit.
first, you know, combat every night.
As much as I got.
speaking of goblin piss and goblin swill solutions, since I'm off to the side here, I'm going to take out one of my goblin swills and I'm going to grit my teeth because I know it's going to hurt like fuck. And I'm going to sterilize the wounds as I've been.
How much of that goblin swill do you have?
I have 3, and I know that it has not worked on anyone else. Otherwise, I'd pour it on Mofer.
Okay, so you burn another charge of your goblin swill, so you have 2 left.
Yep.
And
Do you need me to make my usual con save?
yes, please. You grit your teeth. You already prepare yourself for how bad it's going to hurt, and as soon as it hits your flesh.
Oh, I lied. That's our last one.
Oh, was it? Okay. Hey, no problem. That's even better. That means that you don't have to worry about how bad it's gonna fucking hurt in the future. So it hits, and it's literally like taking somebody who has just cut themselves open with a knife and pouring pure vodka onto it. It is terrible. But you grit your teeth because you already know what it's gonna feel like, and you don't make a fucking sound. You breathe in deep, and you are healed for 5 points of damage as you watch something inside of whatever the hell this goblin swill is, this goblin piss, or this goblin whatever the hell it is. It has a property that very rapidly forces the wound to close, though the pain is extreme. But you manage it.
So Ree will
And I'm just going to lean back and breathe.
and Ree will kind of be looking through all her shit to see what she has that could possibly help. And it's like, oh, actually, I do still have half a dose of these mushrooms.
Oh,
Wonder if that'll. Maybe I should. Maybe if I mash this up, maybe I can help him again. I mean,
Is that the goblin piss shrooms?
yeah, I got half a dose of it in her underwear.
That's awesome. I'm so grossed out. Let's do it.
Yes.
I feel like there should be a goblin field manual called "So You Want to Be a Healer, Huh?" And this is lesson number 1. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is, if you're going to apply it, just make a medicine check. Is anybody going to help her, or are you guys just going to let her do her thing?
So
Sorry, Doc said in the background that she would help if
yeah,
possible.
Ree would definitely pipe up and say like, hey, I found more of those mushrooms. Anybody get any help with that? Give me a hand with this shit. I'll supply the piss.
Can't hear you, Candace.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Fantastic.
All right, so go ahead and roll with advantage. Give me a medicine check with advantage, or a nature check. Whatever you are more proficient in, it's your choice.
They're both garbage.
Let's fuck this up together.
Fuck.
So you pull the mushrooms out of your underwear. Oh God, I hate even having to say that. You pull the mushrooms out of your underwear, and as it's been a couple days since you've had to use them last, you pull it out and you're like, where the fuck did this compost come from? I didn't put this in my underwear. And you're like, oh, I shit my pants when the fire snake popped out. Nah, fuck it, he'll be okay. And you just start coating his burns with it. So I was going to say, instead of the regular D6 you were going to get, it was going to be a D4 -1. I rolled a 1, so we'll say that Bofa regains 1 hit point and just barely creeps back from consciousness. Not because it is actually mending his wounds, but because, what the fuck, that burns. That is terrible. I think there's an infection here. No true infection, but Bofa does gain 1 hit point and does come back to at least consciousness.
And when I was using my kit, I would have tried to wrap and cover the burns as best as I could.
Am I waking up during this operation?
Nah, tail end of it. So, okay, no, hey, we can do it in the middle. Yeah, so Ree is just at your face. She's already gone down your body and your abdomen. It's already coated. You're fucked there. As the shit piss mushroom blend. God, this is weird. It gets up and smeared on your face. As it starts to dry, your eyes blink open ow, fuck! And Ree is above you with these poo-covered hands.
Bree, is this what you did last time?
No,
last time we poured it down your throat.
Oh.
Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
I just wrestled with the fire snake.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, why, by the way?
Okay, so my plan was I was going to get y'all to hit it, but apparently y'all didn't hit it.
I was not even conscious.
Well, I was trying to make sure the fire snake didn't eat you. I was about to die, so I was just like, you know what? I'll just jump on the thing and let them hit it. Because I was burning up inside. Both those things hit me. I was getting ready to go, so I was like, you know what? I'll help everyone else.
Okay. Well. She stops and, you can see her actually trying to think through what she's going to say. I think that the thought was very nice. But
It didn't
perhaps
go to
in the
plan.
future, don't try to hug things to death.
Especially things that are literally made of fire.
That hurt. Even when just hitting it with my weapon, it hurt.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't... Now that you mention it, I have chainmail on, so that... Yeah.
I
Yes,
don't
he
really want to
likes to
interrupt.
travel through metal.
I say I don't really want to interrupt. Can I just watch the hallway for more of the fire things with my bow ready? That's it.
Yeah,
More of the
no,
snakes.
that's no problem. I assumed that you were probably
Cool.
standing back here hanging out with your
Yep.
bow drawn. And you see no more lights. And over the course of this small conversation, just so you guys know, the scent of sulfur starts to kind of diffuse. It doesn't completely go away. It's here, but yeah.
Yeah, actually, can I go peek in one of the holes over here?
Sure.
Bofer's
I
gonna
want to look
start
and see if I
smelling.
see any lights or anything.
You see there is no visible lights being cast where you guys are. You are all in the dark.
Okay, well, hopefully it was just.
Thank God nobody played a human. Fucking no dark vision having ass humans.
Where are you cooking meat over here again? How long was I out?
Oh, that was cat and human or dwarf being roasted.
What? Oh.
Yeah, that was you. You were burning. You were literally on fire.
You
Yeah, it
were.
smells like burnt fur and burnt flesh. It smells like cooked bacon, like burnt bacon, and
Like a hair
somebody
salon.
lit their hair on fire. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, if I wasn't so hurt, I'd be kind of hungry because this is the best meal I've had in a while.
Eat yourself.
Self cannibalization.
I think that's the prettiest face I've ever made on stream. I was not expecting that ever.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Anyways, I'm gonna try to get up and start walking it off.
Oh, you're fucked up. Your legs are every part of you have like literal 3rd-degree burns up the entire front of your fucking body. Thankfully,
Doc-
there is some hardening shit that is starting to protect and cool it just a little bit, and the mushrooms do feel it is soothing, but it's not like you need help. You need to see somebody.
Can I see that spear again, please?
Yeah, sure. Meepo will give him the spear.
Then he's gonna use it as a walking stick.
Fair enough. Okay.
Doc approaches
You can add the spear to your inventory. I'll take it all.
She's watching in the hallway with her bow ready, but she's leaning against the wall a little more than she normally does.
Doc's literally she's just gonna walk up, make eye contact, and give a nod.
She'll give it's not even a full half nod. It's like maybe a quarter nod.
Oh, I'm not even worth a nod. Okay. She just walks away. I walk away.
Bofer's still walking up. He's just whistling like I wrestled a fire snake. He's still happy, but he's just still smelling all the stuff on him. He's just walking up to the cat or the crap half orc. Sorry, wrong one.
Did you just call her a crap half-orc?
The crap.
Wow,
No.
real douche move, Bofer. Fuck you and your healing, I guess.
Rude.
I was saying cat and
I
half
know.
orc.
I'm just fucking with you guys. Okay, so you guys move up the hallway. You begin to move up the hallway. You do not go back down the southern portion of the hallway.
Can I try to see the trap one more time? Before we leave?
Yeah, fuck it. Go ahead. Give me a perception check.
Nope.
Nope, you have no fucking clue
I'm
where
so
you guys
good
put
at
it.
hiding traps,
You
guys.
know that you guys buried it somewhere in that southern portion past the corridor that goes straight south, but you have no idea where it's at.
Okay, this
And-
corridor.
And you know for a fact that if you were to guess it, you're probably gonna fuck up real bad.
This corridor is dead to me. Let's move on.
Well, those things are hard to make and hard to come by. So I'm gonna. Well,
I welcome you
just
to
walking
find
down
it.
here. I'm gonna just take a look.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage.
Would Ree be able to help at all? Because yeah, she's very interested to find. Because this is like a puzzle right now to her. Like, where the fuck did you guys put this thing?
There's a little meta, but I'll as a whole,
Yeah,
as a party, not on you, as a whole, with everybody trying to get their extra rolls in. But
With disadvantage, holy crap, cat.
yeah, I know it's because she's a fucking.
I'm not.
I just
I'm
wanted to
not
know. where
leaving
this-
my fucking trap.
Hang on, I got you. So you, as you are looking, you see some turned earth, and what you see is something. There's something either here, 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 or direct. Oh, you know why? Because hang on. I know why. Hold up.
Wrong layer.
Yep. So there's something either here, 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 or here, or here, or here. It's somewhere in that block, and you're not sure where because there is so much dug up earth there. But yes, I will give you that. There is something. There is definitely something in one of those spots.
Bover's gonna walk up again on his walking stick and ask she like, how sensitive is this trap?
I mean, you would know that. It's probably anything from a rabbit up, so like 3 pounds or higher will set it off.
I mean, if you step on it, it will kill you.
Bover's gonna start smacking the ground with the spear.
I would like to actually intervene with that because I don't want him
Yeah.
to die.
He's got 1 hit point. Please intervene.
I said smack it with the spear. It's not gonna.
I'm
I
gonna
know
grapple.
what you said. Thank you.
Who's grappling Beaufort?
Me.
Nice. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. Beaufort, you can make an opposed athletics. You can allow her to grapple you, or you can make an acrobatics check.
I mean, I don't see a problem with just smacking. Like, it's a reach of 5.
I don't think anybody's questioning that. You need to make a check, sir. They have already rolled their dice. This is happening. Okay, yeah, so
He's
like...
so strong!
So Doc goes to, like, snatch up Beaufort, and Beaufort's like... "Bah! Ah!" And you, like, literally, like, some of his skin sloshes off onto your hands, and you look down, and you're just like... "Oh! Oh!" And you look down, and you can see muscle in his face and throat, and he's just, like, smacking the ground with his
Look at
spear like a
that.
fucking crazy man. Because you have 1 hit point, and that's what it looks like, Beaufort, you sick fuck.
She
This
also
was a
has
mistake.
she also
I'm
has shit
going-
on her hands.
She has shit all over her hands. Yes, she does.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm going to say in Dwarven in a tone she doesn't usually use in polite company, and she's just going to tell him to stop now in Dwarven.
Then how are we gonna find where the trap is?
Doc wipes the shit back on Beaufort. Moves
Yeah,
away.
so Beaufort, there's like this weird cold hand on your back with this like partially dried like shit.
You know, I
piss
wasn't
shroom
hurt
mix.
there, right? That's the one place I was not hurt, and you put it there.
You're welcome.
You're hurt there now.
Now you have a real
Bover's
rash
gonna
there.
gonna hand the spear to she. He's like, "Do you want to do it?"
I'm going to. Okay, in 5e, is there like a take 10 mechanic or anything like that, or is that just old
Sure
ones?
not. Nope.
Okay.
But yes, I did. I did like the old take 10 or take 20. By the
What
way,
is that?
So back in 3rd edition, there was a mechanic called Take 10 or Take 20, and the way that it worked is if you decided to take 10 minutes on any skill check, like disarming a trap, looking for a trap, investigating perception, listening, whatever, you would add 10 to the roll that you made. If you took 20, you would take 20 minutes and do the same thing. But back then, they had also mechanics where there was always shitloads of wandering monsters in every corridor that you ever played in every dungeon, period, end of story. So taking those 10 or 20 minutes could mean that your ass gets ambushed with no questions asked.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not directly standing on those tiles. I'm using the reach of a spear to poke things in the ground.
Mhm.
So it is not a long spear, it's a regular spear,
Oh,
so it is
okay.
actually just a 5-foot space. But yes, it doesn't matter. For the sake of brevity, it's
Yeah,
just the
hold on,
space
I'm-
in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna crouch down and I'm going to very carefully just look and see and just kind of tune him out and try and like focus. I've got it narrowed down. I've dealt with this trap countless times over the years. I'm gonna see if I can find where the fuck I put my trap.
Yeah, and as you do so, the circles on the ground, it is your best guess as to where it is. At this point, you've exhausted all of your effort on it, and it is in one of the squares that is circled.
Like I said, it's over there.
Actually,
But you're confident it is over there. No, I mean that seriously. It's in one of those. It's in one of
10
those.
feet.
Yeah, like, you know it's there somewhere, but you just are not sure exactly where. I love that you guys, by the way,
Are these-
hit it so fucking well that you just
Are these
can't
fire
find it.
snakes still on fire?
No, they have cooled down and turned to essentially like a brick.
Can I grab one of the bodies and throw it over there?
Fuck yeah, where are you throwing it? Show me a square.
That would help.
Right here.
I didn't see which square that was on. Can you be a little bit more
Pick
precise?
one, and there you
Okay.
go.
All right. Yeah. So you toss it over there, and give me 1 second here. Apparently I drew on multiple levels here, so fuck me, I guess. Snap! The body hits, and literally there's this like weight. You see it sink down about 2 inches, and then all of a sudden, the two prongs of the trap snap up and clamp the body, and the body literally, as it hits, just turns to dust. Like those snakes that you get on the 4th of July in states that you're not allowed to use real fireworks on. That's one of our states, by the way.
Connecticut.
Yeah,
And-
that's us too.
And when it hits the trap, he's going to go ahead and say, well, I
Look,
caught
you
the
caught
snake.
one.
Ah,
did
see,
it.
I thought it was going to be over here.
I thought that the snake was going to be alive. But let's gather our things and get the hell out of here.
I'm assuming I can get my trap back.
You can successfully recover your trap, yes, ma'am.
I think we should go south.
And y'all don't like my methods.
Down over here.
Not when you're hugging fiery snakes, no.
Hey, I threw a snake on the trap and y'all didn't
Yes.
die, so.
As Doc walks past, sorry, guys.
That's
Meepo you'll feel like a tug on your leg,
She'll stop.
and like 3 foot down because you're really tall. And Meepo will go. He'll like pull out his knife and go.
Meepo feels like Meepo is going to need this more. Can you maybe? You are really good.
Sorry, my voice is going.
It's okay.
Can you maybe teach Meepo how to fight like you?
You want to fight like me? You do the booyah.
Meepo don't have much booyah left.
Yeah, if you want, we can work on it. Sure. The important thing to know is the weak spots of your enemy. So for most people, it's right here. So like as she's walking, she'll like point to like the back of her neck and like right here and just kind of explain.
I'm gonna casually chime in with one.
Okay. With one.
Like a spot.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry, I
sure.
I
Okay.
had a work call I had to ignore.
No, that's. Yeah, good on you. It's 9:30 our time. Fuck them. Work is over.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, so we're just kind of training Meepo as we walk through this hallway.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything contributing.
Meepo's
I'm just
taking, like,
going to
mental notes.
add in a couple of like particularly vulnerable spots.
Yeah, so like Doc is like, oh yeah, so if you hit him in the back of the neck here at T3, or if you hit him right here in the jugular or right here in the jugular,
Yeah.
and literally from she, you just hear like temple, straight underneath or in between the eyes, clavicle or dick, and she just keeps moving.
Yeah, and the stuff that Doc's explaining, it's all like anatomically correct verbiage. Like she's saying names of body parts as she's going.
I found that it works really well if you hit something really, really hard.
That usually does help too. However, if you're throwing a dagger, it makes a little bit of a difference. It's more finesse. It's all in the wrist.
Before we get too far, can I medicine
On the
check to see
shoulders.
how bad everyone is? Because I know obviously how Boper's doing. I know how I'm doing. How are the other three?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a medicine check. She.
While this is going on, Bofer's going to cast Thaumaturgy inside of the room.
So, it's Doc, or I mean, I'm sorry, the person who always does the medicine checks is not named Doc.
Sorry.
You guys got me so confused with your names. She. It's tough to tell because you're just kind of like, this is post-battle with elementals, and this is the first real time you've had to fight an elemental. Meepo, completely unscathed. Ree and you and Doc are wounded. Bofer, you know for a fact, it should probably be dead in about 10 minutes. Like, you are convinced that the fact that they smeared shit on his open wounds and that he just barely got brought back because of pain means that once that adrenaline wears off, he's dead.
Then before we get too far, I'm going to do my little whistle.
Okay.
To get people's attention. Be like, hey, hasn't been very long. He's not going to make it very well. I could probably use a bit to rest if he's got no magic. This one has no emotional swings left in it. In her. Why don't we stop and wait?
Okay. I'll go down to the dragon room.
Oh shit! Wow, you're fast.
Holy fuck. Did you just start sprinting down there?
She can.
No, but did you? Like on all fours, she like jumped off the wall like a cat that just got like a good snort of catnip. She's like, just fucking boom, I'm gone.
She got the zoomies down the hall.
Oh my god. What
Oh
the
shit!
Oops,
I already casted thaumaturgy. But alright, let's go.
Oh shit, Kevin, you just broke me. That was funny as shit. Wow.
That's what we call it when our cat starts getting the zoomies around, because he'll take a shit and then just like zip around the house at like Mach 2.
I love it. That is, I've never heard it called that before. I've heard the zoomies or the zooms, but God bless it, that is just amazing.
Every time, man. Every time.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. What is your intention for this rest? I'm going to tell you right now that it is about 10 a.m. on the day that you guys have just rested, meaning you've got at minimum another 12 to 15 hours before I can even allow you to rest again. For a long
very
rest.
least,
You can short rest. You can short rest all you want because you have your hit dice. Now, on that note, I know a lot of you have been blowing hit dice and you haven't regained them all back. Boo-boo. So just remember that you need to
I've only blown one.
You need to track these hit dice. You've blown more than one. It was you who was using them the last time, wasn't it? Over the long rest?
I used one hit die, and I gained 11 hit points.
I think I've used one in the past.
Yeah, I used one.
Yeah, I was at 20, and I burned one.
So you just got that fucked up in this fight. Okay, touche.
Yep.
Well, he was hugging a fucking fire snake.
So yes, you can take a short rest. You can take a long rest. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. You tell me. What are you guys gonna do?
Is a short rest going to be enough for what we need, or do you guys need long rest?
I have no spell slots, but it's... You said we can't take a long rest because of what happened.
We can. We're just going to have to
No,
wait
you
here.
can take a long rest. You just have to realize that every day that goes by, you have to use rations. You have to spend time. There is a chance that things will find you in their territory. Yeah, I mean, you can long rest, but it is a dangerous situation that you're in right now.
Ree, have you ever cooked fire snake before?
I've never seen those things before, but I know they're made of fire. Fuck that shit. But I do have two rations left here.
I do too.
Reed, do you have any of that rat meat left?
I think I gave it away to the goblins, or maybe the rations are part of that rat meat.
Okay, could be. The rat meat itself, if there is anything left, is starting to smell a little sour, as it was found 2 days ago, and it's been in the open air, just kind of hanging out.
Okay, yeah, I didn't differentiate what was.
No.
I do still have the
you don't need
hash
to.
on.
I know you. Oh shit, that's right. I forgot about that.
We did have the same number of rations when we came in, Kevin. I've got 2 still.
Okay,
so I
yeah,
think
then
I
you
might
may have
I might
given it to
eaten
them.
those.
Or eaten
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
eat them right away or given them away. Yeah.
You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, you did cook rat 2 nights in a row. I remember that because everybody was able to eat off of it. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Either way, whatever you guys want, you tell me what you want to do.
I mean, I think that if we are going into a whatever we're doing. Going after some crazy tree and crazy people, and I mean, do we need healing? Do we need... I know that Meepo also is needing to rest.
Yeah, I think if we're probably going to get into a big fight again sometime in the future here. I assume. I don't think whoever is running this joint's going to let us walk in and out
Right.
without a
I'd
fight.
rather be at full, as best as we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gopher
Are
is
you not
just
looking
sitting
for
down right
people?
We are looking for people, but if we go in and there's, we don't know what has them. It sounded like something has them. So if we go in and we're not prepared, we may
I
not
have a
come out.
crazy idea. How hard would it be for us to get back to the goblins? I know it's up the thing, but how hard would that be to get up?
Are you guys
Uh,
asking me, or are you asking the
I'm
group?
asking, well, partially the group and partially my nature recollection of these
So,
places.
yeah, and I'll give this to you, Kat. I mean, climbing down that thing was probably the easiest thing that you have done in a very long time, as far as climbing is concerned. Considering what it took you to climb down the exterior of this place to get onto the stairwell that led you into the cavern, this is like twice as easy because it is so deeply rooted, meaning those roots that have grown up it are so dried and hardened that it was very, very, very easy to climb. But there is still room for a mistake if somebody fucks up.
Why don't we go back to the um, goblins?
the Oracle? Why?
Well, they had better food, they had better water, and she might be able to heal that.
Gopher's gonna poke his arm a little bit. It's like, I don't think I'm going up that.
Yeah, the flesh starts to slosh off as soon as you touch it. There's like this big pustule that just...
Stop
If we
poking
rest
it.
for a short time, do you think you'd be able to make that climb? She may be able
That might
to
not be a
heal
bad
you
idea.
faster than what time would do, and I don't particularly want to stay here
We
and
still
waste
have
another day.
we still have the problem. We're gonna have to rest either way though, because we still have the problem of not having the resources we need.
Well, a short rest here. We go up, we talk to the goblin, the oracle, and get some better healing, ideally. Then we come back down and or maybe even rest up there longer,
Right, that's what
where
I'm
it's
saying. Either
safer.
way, we're gonna have to rest. So maybe short rest here, go back up there and rest up there. Is everybody on board with that? Or would you rather rest down here? I don't want to waste too much more time. I know we've taken several days already, but I also don't want to go into it without what we need and then not come out.
I think we
mean-
could probably use her magic so we don't use our own.
I mean, if we do go up there, just imagine what those goblins are gonna think of us without getting stuff done.
Yeah,
We've gotten quite a bit done.
I'm afraid there's going to be a little bit of disappointment from the Oracle a little bit.
If all we can get is healing from them, it might be better just to stay here.
Healing resources. I mean, it's. Oh no! If there's a little bit of disappointment, do we particularly care if they're still willing to assist us?
Yeah, a little bit I do. Yeah.
Let's start with our short rest here
Being
and
a
kind of go
god.
from there. Let's see how we feel after we rest.
All right.
Okay, so you
I'm
guys are going
sorry.
to take a short rest, is that right? I'm sorry,
Yes.
Kevin. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if are we going to agree on a short rest here, at least for the time being?
Or do we want to just go straight into long rest?
Or you can go straight into a long rest.
I say maybe just long rest here.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
don't love wasting another day.
I know
We're
I don't
gonna
like
waste
wasting
another day
days.
either way.
Yeah.
I mean, either way we have to.
I will defer.
Can we close this door, Kevin?
it is easy enough to close. Yeah, it was jammed. When you look at it, it looks like one of the mosaic tiles had fallen off from the inside and wedged itself in the door. Perhaps the last time this was opened, and that's why it was hard to open going in. But once you guys popped it open, it was easy enough to close again. So, with that being said, we will say that we can effectively take a long rest. However, you will need 5 portions of rations in order to do so.
I got 2.
And actually,
I have
I
2.
take that. So we are looking at, we're looking at 5. So, okay, so so you have 2 and 2, so that is 4. We need 1 more portion of ration. Does anybody have it? If not, I need to know who is not going to eat.
I have 1 day's worth of rations.
Yep,
So
then
I
you
guess that is exactly 5.
exactly. Then you can consume that. Yep. So please mark off. Candace and Kevin mark off your 2 each, and then Lucy mark off your 1, and then Boo Boo and Kat. Just so we've got it for the record, how many ration portions do you have left?
Oh, I take that back. I had 10.
What?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it's because it says 1 day's worth, and then it has the number you have in the middle.
Yeah. Apparently it costs 5, which is what I saw before.
Hold on a second. You are carrying 20 pounds of rations on you right now?
My boy.
This is just the equipment I got from, like, the
Holy
beginning.
shit. That's
He's a walking
lot
supermarket.
I mean, I don't doubt it. It would be
lot
smart
of
enough
weight.
for Meepo to snack. I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like 20 pounds of fucking rations. I'll allow it. I mean, there's nothing. I don't have anything against that, just so we're clear. I just wanted to make sure, because that's a lot of fucking weight for a kobold to be carrying with an 8 strength.
To be fair, I'm not carrying that much because I am unencumbered still.
That is true. You do have 52 pounds of weight. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
49. I have 49.
There is something that you do not have set right now. That is actually incorrect. Bear with me for one moment. Because I forgot you created your character in a different area of the game, so I never checked this. But give me one moment. There you go. Now you're encumbered. You should have been encumbered this whole time, by the way. We use the variant encumbered rules, so that's why I was like, no way you have an 8 strength and you're carrying 52 pounds. That's not how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, so now you are encumbered by a long shot.
Well, shit, if you have that many rations, you want to just pass them out? We'll keep ours too, and then it takes some of the weight off of you.
On that note, anybody who is encumbered, Beaufort, excuse me, sorry about that. If you need to spread weight out, you're more than welcome to, or you can dump shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and dump the what is it called? The Great Club.
You got a fucking Great Club on you?
Oh, you kept that?
I kept
It
his
was my
table
Great
leg.
Club.
Table leg.
Oh, that's right. You picked it up. I forgot about that. I
was
totally
gonna-
forgot you picked it up, dude.
I was gonna make it into something for Ree, but it's
But
heavy.
fuck that shit. It is huge. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was just literally a table leg. I ripped off a table and beat an asshole with it. I just hung onto it for a little while. I don't need to keep that.
Oh shit.
You know, I did carve that little bear thing into there, so I don't know if you ever want to like, if I can like chop that out of there, I'd like to keep that at least.
I mean, I do have this liquid. I'm just gonna pull it out. This is the only thing I have that's besides this crystal goblet. Oh, and this the silverware. You want to use some silverware?
Wait, hold on. What liquid do you pull out? Oh. Yeah. So you pull out like this crazy looking glass vial, and it's got this red syrupy liquid that spins around as you pull it out and kind of shake it, that nobody so far has been able to identify, meaning the original 4. Meepo has not seen it yet.
Yeah. Speaking of that, did we get this from the candle and the whistle? Can I see the whistle for a minute?
Sorry, Xavier, I need to take off. How many rations? Since
Oh,
I'm
5.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you had to go, bud.
No, he said I have to take off how many rations.
Oh, I thought he said he had to take off, and he was asking me for clarification. I was like, "Fuck, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't realize we were out of time." So okay, so we had 2 and 2, right, from you
Yeah.
2. So you have to take off 1
But
ration.
no, we're gonna have him pass them out so he's not encumbered.
Okay, so take
Or
off as
less
many as you
encumbered.
want.
So 5.
I mean, so the way that you're,
I am now unencumbered.
Yeah, I'm gonna be encumbered either way. I'm wearing heavy armor and a shield.
There you go. Okay, so however many rations you guys are going to take them.
5.
So 5 split between you guys. Go ahead and
Yeah.
add those to your inventory, but you do need to consume them.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna put it
Just
in there.
immediately eat them, man.
All right. On that note, I'm sorry, Beaufort, what were you going to say about the...
I was going through the items that we've got, like the
Yes.
whistle. Or I was going through the candle, and I saw the vial, and I was asking to see the whistle.
Gotcha. I believe Doc has the whistle.
Uh-huh.
So Beaufort just looks at you in the middle of the night and goes, "Can I have the whistle?" Like, that's not fucking creepy.
You can.
Guys, I was going to, what is it called? While we were resting and stuff like that, I was going to go ahead and cast Identify on both of them.
I think I already know what this is.
Yeah.
So what does it do?
How do you feel?
Oh, party conflict, party conflict! Doc's been keeping a secret, you fucker.
How do you feel? Well, he's been dead a lot, to be fair. How do you feel about second chances?
What do you mean second chances? Like,
Like, you know how like sometimes when I fall down, you heal me and bring me back up, and that's like
Yeah.
a second chance.
yes.
You know, the same similar kind of magic. It's in the same line of magic. This whistle can give something that is not healable a second chance.
Bobert's going to tilt his head. What do you mean? Like, I can heal almost anything.
Right. That
If you don't
almost
pull all
part.
your spells in the first combat. Sorry, go ahead.
That almost part.
Two combats.
Okay, fair enough.
Go ahead.
That almost part. That part that you can't heal.
You mean like they're dead for a while?
Yeah.
Like being able to bring them back like they're a person, or bring them back as they don't know what they're doing.
Yes.
I don't know the answer to that.
I thought you
I
said
mean,
you-
maybe they want to be considered people. I have no idea. I haven't used it.
Well, okay then. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't know how to feel about the whistle.
All right. She just rolls over and goes to sleep.
What you do know, Beaufort, is that one of the primary 5 tenets of the Dwarf Father is those who have been laid to rest should be allowed to rest.
Okay. He's gonna keep that to himself at the moment.
Did you like have your hand out for the whistle?
I mean, no. I was just asking if I could see it. He's not gonna force his hand out there expecting it.
So before she would have gone to sleep, if you want to see it, you can, but I'm fairly certain that's what it does. So I honestly didn't think you wanted anything to do with it.
He's gonna
If-
keep away from it for now.
Okay. She just put it back in her backpack and then
But
go back
he's
to sleep.
also going to check the vial.
Yep, no problem. You were talking about the vial with the red liquid.
Mhm.
So you lay out your circle, you begin your ritual, and as the final bit of somatic and verbal components trigger, you identify successfully the vial, and I'm sorry to report, it is a potion of fire resistance.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
I swear to fucking God, dude.
That
I
is
swear to
really
God.
It's like somebody
I've
just
got
shit
it.
in your
I've got it written down on the note card. I've been waiting for about fucking 4 sessions for this. It's a
This was
potion
the
of
best
fucking
one
fire
for it to
resistance.
happen.
As soon as it clicks too, you're like, you motherfucker.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna use hit dice as well to heal up.
Yeah. So I've Since we're doing this, do I regain 1 hit die?
So everybody is level 3 right now. Everybody regains 1 hit die, which means that if you spend 1 hit die to heal yourself, you are back exactly where you're at. You can spend as many hit die as you want, but you only ever regain half of your level rounded down per long rest. So on that note, though, Boo Boo, do me a favor and make sure I've got it. So I have this whole chart here of unidentified and unvalued items that you guys have picked up. The potion of fire resistance, make sure that you add that to your inventory and change the vial of red liquid.
I do. Ree does have something on her person too. She picked up the have a Kundrakar.
Yeah, the
scroll.
Kundrakar. Yes.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Ree, you go ahead and give me a history check, please.
Oh man, I'm amazing at this.
Mm-hmm. You have no fucking idea what these crazy-ass dwarves are talking about, but you know for a fact that there is a good chunk of what you are looking at written in Dwarven, and it's very fancy Dwarven.
Yeah, Ree will bring it to Bofer. It's just some high level reading shit that I barely know dwarf as it is. Here, you might be more interested. And
You want to trade?
Trade what?
At this, Bofer's gonna cough and whisper, "Potion of fire resistance."
You had a fucking potion of fire resistance the whole time?
I didn't fucking know.
Yeah, I'll take that if you want the scroll.
Okay, good trade.
Oh shit. Okay, so Bofer, give me a history check. Bofer, give me it with advantage, please. Yeah, that's just fine. So, Bofer, you pop the scroll open, and it reads Kundrakar. It's an old parchment, very, very old, inside of a very worn and aged leather case. There's some water damage that's destroyed a very good portion of it, but there's a very short message in Dwarvish on the actual vellum itself. It says, it says there's something missing, and then it says the remaining few. By the order of Drugeddin the Black, we have created a secret dwarven redoubt. None shall find us. However, if we... And then it cuts off. You recognize this as something that is probably from the time of this citadel, maybe a dwarven contingent or a dwarven diplomatic mission from the Helmkarian region that came down here, wrote something, and then vanished, whether it be pre or post Ashraladon dropping it into the earth. And it's probably worth a very fucking pretty penny.
Interesting. Okay.
Actually, give me a I'll tell you what, give me a wisdom check, please. Give me a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom. Oh, fuck me. Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. You could easily hawk this thing to somebody in Helmkar or a dwarven historian for easily 100 gold. Like, it's that fucking... It's more valuable than any gem you've found down here so far. So you can add that value to it if you would like.
Is that good stuff in there? What is it?
It's a bunch of fancy writing that's worth a lot of shit. I think it's a good trade. Good trade.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you for this.
Yeah, thank you too.
All right, so
anybody want this gut hash arm, by the way?
God, she pulls it out, and it's like the arm of this dire rat that she had ripped off of it as proof that they killed it, and it is starting to rot. It just stinks like old beef.
She was just like shaking around. Anybody
Like
want it?
literally, it just kind of like splatters onto her face. Doesn't even notice it. It's old soggy beef.
Ray, taking the hit.
Can you put that back where you got it?
Oh, I definitely can't put it back where I got it, but I smell like
You can go put it on the tray for the dragon.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, actually, before she does that, she's gonna like just kind of cut off like one of the claws, like the like little finger claw, just cut that off and just kind of like all right, kind of shave off the meat and then just kind of stuff it back in her bag. Yeah, put the rest of the gut hash arm on the tray. Huh?
Yeah, so you can reduce the weight by half, and there's gut hash rotting meat on the tray now. You have effectively defiled whatever the fuck this place is.
Oh fuck.
Oh, speaking of,
Nothing crazy happens, but yeah.
Undo,
Sorry.
undo.
Go ahead,
I
Kat.
have. Well, I was gonna say I have a goblin ear that I was given, a few minutes, just like an hour ago. Do I have any way of
You were given.
making?
Oh fuck! You were given a goblin ear, weren't you?
Uh-huh.
Yes, you were. Okay,
So,
sure.
yeah, with my actually, fuck it, I don't really care. Yeah, I want to take a look, see if there's anything I can do to make sure that thing's not going to rot because I take my trophies seriously.
If you had some alcohol left, you could probably preserve it, but with everything you have right now at your disposal, it's gonna rot. And now the good thing is ears are mostly cartilage, and goblin ears are about 98% cartilage, so it's gonna rot very slowly. But looking at it, you think you've maybe got another 2 to 3 days before it starts to blister.
Oh, I'm going to piss off every party member with this. Hey, dwarf.
He's a little bit look at you. What?
Do you have anything left in that flask? And gesturing to the one that had the fancy dwarf alcohol from before.
That Doc? No,
No.
Meepo.
I don't remember whichever
Doc
one
has
had the thing. Okay. Okay,
Um,
hey, Doc.
She'll be like just about to drink out of it. No? Yeah, what do you need?
A little bit of sterilization.
Ooh, salves. We can use salves.
You need sterilization, you said?
Yeah, helps keep things from rotting. Or getting like that and kind of gesturing to Beaufort's sloughing skin.
Hey, it's not. Okay, it's that.
It's pretty fucking bad. Yeah, it's pretty
It's
nasty.
pretty horrific. Yeah, sure. You can just please don't use all of it.
I don't think I'll need to.
And don't dip it in there.
No.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna look at Ray. And then I'm just gonna step out of the room and I'm gonna do what I gotta do with it.
Yeah, easy enough. I mean, it only takes a little bit, as far as like the drying process. You're essentially attempting to mummify it. So you dip your hands in it, you get your hands nice and moist, and you really quickly give the ear kind of like a full ear massage. And as it does so, you see the skin kind of pull back ever so slightly. As the alcohol evaporates, it does dry it out, and you feel like you have maybe preserved it for another 5 or so days.
Perfect. I will tuck the goblin ear into my trophy pouch, and I will go back into the room. I will return, and I will return the flask to Doc with a nod.
Okay.
And if Meepo was actually outside the room, she would have made no move to hide what she was doing.
Meepo doesn't care.
I didn't think so, but
Yeah, so it's about as fucking gross as you could possibly imagine, and that happens. So yeah, hit dice. All right. Anybody else do anything weird that I should know about? Meepo, what the fuck? What weird shit are you doing?
I'm gonna use all my hit dice right now.
All right, go ahead and roll your hit dice if you're gonna use them. Please, please, please make sure that you're marking off your hit dice for the sake of being fair. And Meepo, what are you doing, brother?
He picked up the necklace and earring, moonstone silver necklace and earrings.
Yes.
Above. He's gonna bring that to Beaufort and be like,
Is there anything special about these?
I'm gonna go ahead and look at it.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, please, Beaufort.
Can I cast guidance myself?
No, you can't, but I will allow you to use advantage because you are looking at precious stones.
So investigation?
Yes.
Nope.
What the fuck? How did you roll a fucking 2 and a 1?
They're pretty.
So Bofer is at 1 hit point. You hand it to him, and he is literally like coughing blood and pieces of his own face into his hands, and he's like, I don't know.
He just put
Can
it
you
back on.
can you give them to me when I'm not this hurt, please?
Okay.
And then
Thank
he'll
you.
walk back outside because he doesn't like this room.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah, he's like literally the man just coughed and part of his cheek flew onto his hand, and he looked at you for like acknowledgement. Like, did you just see that happen? And you kind of like give him a half nod and just like, I'm gonna leave now. All right. So go ahead
If he
and.
makes it, he makes it. Kobold culture. If you die, you die.
Hey, quick question. When
true.
would you ever use an insight check?
Say what now? When would I ever
would
use an
you-
insight check?
Yeah.
If
See if
somebody,
somebody's lying.
yeah, if somebody was lying, or
Okay.
if we were going to try to identify like, who is a group leader in a large crowd, that would be an insight check.
Okay.
Things like that. Why is that? What are you looking for as far as insight? Are you trying to
Oh no, I was
conceal
just asking.
something?
I've never used it. It's like my highest stat.
Yeah, insight's fantastic. Insight, when you are role playing, insight is great, and I actually have your guys' passive insights written down. So,
Mine's 15.
okay, so anybody rolling hit dice, please make sure that you. So I see hit dice. I see
did.
3 hit dice being used by Boo Boo. So Boo Boo, please make sure that you mark your hit points
Oh,
back up.
put them all off, I believe. Yes, I did.
I only
Perfect.
used 1, which I believe I'm going to regain again, so I'm not actually
Yes.
down any hit die.
Yep, perfect. And then anybody else, make sure that you just mark your hit points up for me. So Boo Boo, you've got like what, 18? So you got like 20.
28 right now.
28. Perfect, right? Because it was 27 plus the one that you had. So okay. Did you mark it up on your model?
Not yet.
I gotcha. Gotcha.
Weird question. I'm assuming the ear is negligible weight.
That's not a weird question at all. Yes, the ear is negligible weight. Lucy, the necklace and earrings are negligible weight. Many things are negligible weight. So yes. Okay. Is there anything anybody else wants to do during the course of this long rest?
I'm gonna go ahead and ask if anyone. What kind of armor is she wearing?
She is wearing the studded armor that we took off of the dead ranger.
Okay, one quick moment. And studded, understood.
And for a purely descriptive RP kind of thing, she is going to spend a large part of the day sitting with her back to the wall outside the room or like in the entrance and just kind of focusing on extending her senses and trying to acclimate more with this weird terrain and the new abilities that she's has no fucking idea what the hell's happening with.
He's gonna ask you if you want to change shirt. That I can make because of my channel divinity.
I don't. There's no mechanical thing that would say why I couldn't wear that. Would there be?
Just depends on what style of armor you can wear. Is it light, medium, heavy? What are you proficient in?
But I don't.
But
I
as
think
far
it's
as
medium,
I was gonna say,
It's
that's
at
what I thought
the-
too. I thought it was a medium for rangers, but as far as rangers are concerned, nothing impacts your ability to cast spells unless you wear an armor proficiency that is higher than what you can wear, just like all other spellcasters. Which is awesome, by the way, because if you play a wizard or sorcerer and take the armor proficiency feats, you can actually wear full plate by the end of it and still cast your spells with 0 problem.
it's pretty nice.
He's gonna
Pretty
tell her.
fucking
He's
nasty.
like, I can make you 2 different things, but one of them you won't be able to sneak very good.
I prefer staying mobile. I would be willing to look at this armor. Yes.
Okay. He's gonna, with his still 1 hit point, he's gonna start waving in the ground, and I guess using the backside of his hammer to start etching out the ground a chain shirt.
Okay. Yeah, and for the sake of brevity and being at the end of the session, we will say that over the course of the tail end of this long rest, which is legitimately like you needed to wait 16 hours before you actually hit that point, and then it's 8 hours of rest. So you guys are sitting here for like well over 25 hours.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
oh, I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, but I mean, it only takes an hour to cast your ritual, and it's at the end of the long rest, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You only need 8 hours to sleep, so it's no big deal. So at the tail end of it, as he's doing this, you guys see what is just a trace in the ground as he is performing this ritual and smashing the back of his axe into this ground. Pieces of metal are being called out of the dirt, literally out of the soil, to form these chain links, which then forge and bond themselves into a full chain shirt. I'm sorry, was it a suit of chainmail or was it a chain shirt?
It's a chain shirt.
Okay,
it's
chain shirt.
Shoot, that one piece of metal has a fireworm on it. Oh no.
It has it's 13 plus your dex modifier. Or a max of 2. I'm not sure what your dex is though.
So yeah, the AC of a chain shirt is 13. And it weighs 20 pounds. So it's medium armor, 13 AC. There is no dex bonus to it. You get 0 dex bonus to it. It is just 13 base, period, end of story. And it weighs 20 pounds.
Oh, I thought...
Yeah, it would increase my AC by 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So when this
and
ritual...
actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I take that back. There is a dex modifier on it of +2. Max +2. So yes, but it does weigh 20 pounds.
So it's like
lighter than my other shit.
Oh.
It's lighter than leather armor?
Oh, no, it's not. I was
like, no fucking way. There's no way.
Heavier.
Okay, either way. So at the tail end of your guys' rest, Beaufort completes this crazy ritual, and he wipes his brow, and as he does so, his body healed almost completely to full now. There is this absolutely gorgeous, like flawlessly crafted chain shirt that would fit somebody of your size, pretty much perfectly.
Okay. So I'm just like I did before with 0 shame. She's going to go and change into this, which probably shows all the history, her history again. Just like Doc saw before. But she'll change into it.
Yeah, and as she takes her clothes off in front of you, bearing she doesn't have any fucking shame, you do see the scars, the lashes on her body, which is very reminiscent of potentially being a slave at some point in time and having taken whips to her body. They've healed. She's been fine. There's also puncture wounds and arrow wounds and slashes from combat, all long healed but very, very scarred. And she slips the chain shirt on over her tunic, and it fits gorgeously.
And she'll nod in sincere gratitude. She'll say in Dwarven, "This is finally made. Thank you."
He's gonna bow and say, "Of course." He's gonna walk up to Doc and touch her armor again and bless her with the +1 AC.
Okay, understood. I will make sure Candace stepped away because the baby woke up. So I will make sure that she keeps that +1 for the next day. Is there anything else very last minute before we end for tonight that anybody would like to do?
I'm discarding the armor and probably a couple of other like useless little things.
Sure. Yeah, if you're going to toss anything onto the ground, just please make sure you mark it off on your D&D Beyond sheet, and then you are good to go. Lucy?
Okay, 2 things. One quickly, for sake of our brevity and RP, he'll ask Doc for more tips on how to stab good.
Yep, and I've already discussed that with Candace, and during the course of this 20-plus hour endeavor, she would definitely be on top of showing you like, here, weak spot here, weak spot here. You know, if your buddy is got their attention, you hit them here, XYZ. So yes, you are taking the appropriate steps for your training.
Secondly, when he sees she's like lash things, he'll like point out and be like, "Ooh, your chief must be like use dryer," which is like,
Oh, she
he
goes.
also has some, and he probably also has some. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, like shitloads. Like if Meepo pulls his shirt up, his little tunic that he's got,
Yeah.
so scales heal differently than flesh, but you can see where his scales are. There are jagged lines down his back. There are burn marks where there are like crinkled and like just still even unhealed wounds. It looks his Meepo's back looks like what she's body looks like all over.
And
When
he'll just nonchalantly be like, This time I accidentally broke a spear. This time, this one was from when I lost Calycrix."
so you said the initial kind of exclamation where she could hear it, right? You
Yeah,
said that
'cause-
to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say that, she goes like she stills completely, like she's not even breathing, and she just kind of looks at you, and it takes her a couple of seconds to continue her normal action. She's not going to acknowledge it, but she goes like completely, like you know, frost magic. She goes cold.
That's a good point. Okay, so anything from you? Anything special you're doing?
No, Ree would probably just be maybe trying to carve out the little bear thing she put into her table leg. She's trying to like chop that out of the table leg and just kind of like keep it for herself at that point. And also just kind of like watching the conversation as it's happening between Meepo and she. She'll kind of like, she wouldn't have any scars herself, but she would just kind of like rub, part of her shoulder, and Spot just like watching all this stuff and just kind of like shiver it off a little bit and just eventually go to sleep.
Perfect. And yeah, and you watch all these conversations, no problem, all the while you're whittling your leg down into this bear totem, which you are feeling more and more and more attuned to. And as everybody kind of finishes what they're doing, and the chain shirt's been made, and the conversations have been had, and you guys have all had nice full bellies, you bar the door and you go to sleep without any issue. This seems like a very, very wise and safe place to rest yourselves, at least for the time being. So, with that being said, we will end and we will pick up oh my god, I almost said tomorrow. We'll pick up next Sunday at the very beginning of the end of a long rest, which means everybody will be fresh, and we will go ahead and we'll go about our business from there. So, on that note, let me go ahead and get my shit situated here.
I was about to say, let's go Monday D&D.
Hell yeah, Monday D&D.
I mean, I'm all about Monday D&D.
D&D every day.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's so funny. Candace and I talk about this. We're like, do we have to really wait 5 fucking days for this? Like,
My weight
That being
isn't.
said, can we wait 2 days before we start doing it? 2 weeks before we start doing it during the week? Because I do have exams these next 2 weeks.
oh shit! Actually, you know what? I was going to ask you, Lucy, since we're all here and talking about this. So I know you mentioned that this week was good. So in the next couple weeks, you're taking your makeup exams. So what are your bad days? Our Sundays are your Mondays. So are you not going to be available for the next couple Sundays?
No, I checked my schedule. I'll be fine for Sundays because most of my exams are either Tuesdays or Thursdays.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, sorry, I was not pushing my push to talk because I'm a dick. Okay, so you will be fine on Sundays. You're sure about that? Because I don't want D&D to interfere on, like, you getting the fuck out of Nigeria. So, if you've got something that you will need sleep for, please let us know, and I will do whatever I can to make that shift.
Yeah, I did check ahead of time. You don't have to worry. I
Okay.
have enough days in between.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I will not worry about that then, and yeah, we'll make sure that whatever we do have to change. By the way, if there is some huge shift in anybody's schedule, obviously we can talk about it. But if not, we'll plan on next Sunday, and maybe in a couple weeks, who knows? Maybe we'll throw a crazy Wednesday in there if Lucy has succeeded. If you rolled nat 20s on all your exams, Lucy, we'll play 5 days for 1 week and just have a blast with it.
Holy shit.
And still maybe not get through the Sunless Citadel.
Oh, Candace, you still have your +1 AC.
I saw. Yep. Thank
Yes,
you.
yep.
I was listening. I was feeding the
Cool,
baby.
cool. I've given 2 people +1 ACs.
All right, guys. Sorry, go ahead, Kat.
I'm just going to need to talk to you at some point. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. It's not actually decreasing my weight, which is a little bit weird. Like, I tried to throw out my torches because we can all see, and my weight was staying the same, and I don't know why.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
just 2 pounds over. I don't know what the hell I need to do there.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it if you want to just send me a message so that I can take a look at your character sheet. Because sometimes there are custom things that like don't necessarily have weight initially when you add them because they're at 0 if they're custom items. And D&D Beyond knows there's an issue with that, and I may have gone in and adjusted it ever so slightly. So yeah, we can discuss that for sure. All right, guys.
Also, Lucy, good
Sorry,
luck
go
with
ahead.
your finals. I'm right there with you. So.
Yeah,
Hey,
on
good
that
luck.
note,
Yeah,
you better
I'm
fucking
doing-
get those finals because I'm sick of you
Yeah.
being in Nigeria. I don't like you having ants on your sandwich and all sorts of weird, crazy Nigerian shit. I don't want you to get kidnapped on us. I need my meepo.
Yeah, they don't have ants in Canada.
Oh, no, that's not true. They have ants in Canada, but they're very
That's the
polite from what
goal.
I've heard.
They're
They'll ask you to
very
steal the
polite.
sandwich.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and bail from here for tonight. I'm going to raid somebody, and then we'll see you guys next Sunday, okay?
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, take care,
Good
guys.
night.
Thank you,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you.
Good night, guys.
All right, so we are going to raid tonight. I think it's going to be Chikorita. CHYKITYTA. Honestly, here's the thing. We haven't raided her in a while, but more than that, there's nobody else on. All right, guys, we're going to raid some Chikorita. Let me jump into her stream. She's great. She plays a lot of Dead by Daylight. Like, literally, it's all she's played for 3 or 4 years. So we're going to drop the raid on her as soon as this commercial is over. Thank you guys, by the way, for hanging out tonight. I appreciate the fact that you were all here and hanging out with us while we played D&D. It was amazing. Didn't get through a whole lot. It was like literally a room and a half, but you know what? We had some good fun. And the role play is what counts. 3 hours of role play and a crazy worm fight. All right, guys, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Take care.